7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow.
You bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. This is episode number 303. 303 episodes. We are here. I want to thank everybody for joining us here. My name is Travis. I am your host for the show. And we are in studio here in the TLR Coatings studio. We're going to be wrapping up East Rutherford here. And then we will, go through all of that for what I thought was an uneventful round. I didn't really think it was anything too crazy. What did you think?
I would agree. I'm Cole. I'm the only co-host, by the way. Stub is stuffy. And I'm in Stub's seat today. I'm in the hot seat. It was kind of uneventful, for sure. I don't know why. Storylines were pretty good coming in as far as points go and stuff like that. And then it just kind of was...
They were just kind of runaway mains. That's what it was.
They were.
So, shit balls. Shut up.
So,
anyway, all right. Thanks everybody for joining us. Want to thank Rev X Oil or Rev X Products for putting on the show. We're going to do a podcast here pretty soon with Dan from Rev X. We're going to go over the max power and all the other fuel and oil additives, kind of answer some questions for you guys, and really bring you up to date. Me and him are going to do a full-blown show together here. That's not going to have anything to do with any of the racing or anything. It's just going to be basically a Q&A for the max power stuff. Did you do a Rev X segment thing?
yeah. We'll see if we got anything.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
Cool.
It is Monday.
Also on board with us, we got Gutterworks going to be bringing you a 450 race recap. We have the Complete Racing Solutions halftime report, which we have some stuff for, ironically enough, this week. We have the Holster Co. Reload rant. We have the TLR tinfoil hat, a.k.a. silly season to talk about. Flo Racing going to be bringing you the 250 race recap. We've got the RevX segment, like I said. And the first thing we've got on the agenda is we're going to call up Eric Grondahl here, brought to you by Alias MX in just a couple of minutes. But I want to welcome you all in. Members are going to join us here right after the phone call to watch the show be recorded live. So if you guys want to see the show recorded live, make sure to join the members area. We have some big changes coming here. I thought we were going to have some changes for this week. Had some new equipment. Didn't work. Yeah, bogged hard. Didn't work out. But we are making some changes here soon so that it will be slightly different than what you guys are used to watching right now. So hopefully it all works out. Hopefully it's all good in the hood, and we'll get there when it's time. So I suppose here,
Fired up right now.
you hear that? That's me touching it.
Are we NANO XTREME?
Oh, yeah. NANO XTREME also on board with us, too. If you guys want a free sample of NANO XTREME, make sure to send me an email. There's a link in the description down below with an email address. Make sure to send me your email, shipping address, and name so I can just copy and paste it into the email. Send it off to the guys over at NANO XTREME, and we will get you guys a free sample. No questions asked. You can try it out. Best pain relief gel on the market.
Oh, I was slathering it on. I went to Martin.
When?
Went to Martin for the first time this year. Oh, yeah. Sore, boy. Sore. Vet Rider Life.
Vet Rider Life on that new 25
Yeah.
that you're riding for free. Practically factory.
It's not free.
Practically free. Almost free.
I don't know.
See,
There's definitely money out of my bank account already.
we're calling him early this week instead of late. There he is.
Hi, this is Eric Grondahl. Sorry, I missed your call.
Send us the voicemail.
Yeah, he'll call back maybe.
Yeah, you know
Or
what?
he'll just say F off.
We'll try calling Kev here real quick. We'll see if Kev is.
Oh, damn.
We're just gonna fire off.
Then well, what if Eric calls back while we're talking to him?
We got 15 minutes till we're technically supposed to call Eric. So
Call him early.
Hello, sir.
Kevin Moranz, how we doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, you sound a lot better than that
was gonna
video
say,
I saw on
voice sounds pretty
Instagram.
good.
Yeah, I still don't. I don't feel great. I'm still getting over it, but I do feel a little bit better.
Well, that's good. That's good. What was going on, man? You had like a sinus thing or something?
I don't know, dude. I started not feeling super great after racing in the super cold situation.
Yeah.
And then, as soon as I start feeling that, like I've kind of learned, to try to get on like taking extra vitamins. And I do have like a little nebulizer situation that's like, so it's glutathione pretty much that is in this little nebulizer. Supposed to help you with respiratory stuff. And then, dude, it never really went away. It just kind of stuck around and went into the weekend. I was really hoping it was going to just like quit on Friday.
Yeah.
But like it didn't hold up. So it is what it is.
Lame. How?
Yeah.
I know the weekend wasn't great, and I know we didn't call you last weekend. You got us on like speaker or something? There's like a reverb. I can like hear myself.
You can? Here, hold on. Let me try something. You're on my headphones.
Bluetooth. Broadcast.
Is that any better?
Yeah, now we're good. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Yeah, because it was weird. I could hear myself talk like in a reverb thing there. That was weird. Anyway, yeah. So how was it this weekend? Because that track seemed really interesting.
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, it was technical, right? So like some of the transitions were different. Some of the jumps were obviously steeper than what we've had all year.
Mm-hmm.
So it can go in either direction of, it's good because it's technical. It separates people. It makes you slow down a little bit. Yes. Is it more dangerous? Absolutely. But I mean, that's what our sport is. That's why it's kind of what allows the separation is who's willing to risk it to go for it and who's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Real bummer situation there with Jerry, eh?
Yeah, it's definitely. Like Rachel and I ended up getting our flights. I don't know. Newark is not a great airport apparently because we were super delayed coming in and then super delayed going out. Like we weren't going to get home until was today Monday. Yeah, so, we weren't going to get home until today. So we ended up having to cancel our flights and book different flights out of LaGuardia, so a completely different airport, just to be able to get home last night.
Jesus.
Well, we booked them pretty late, like 6:30 and 7 p.m. Departure time. So we went by and saw Jerry Sunday morning.
How's he doing?
I mean, he's doing about as good as he can, kind of thing. Like,
yeah, he seems. I mean, from social media, I don't know if that's him actually posting and whatnot, but he seems like he's in decent spirits.
Yeah, like he's really open about everything, which is, I think, a good thing. Like, there's nothing really to hide. It's just, everybody's just got to pray and hope for the best kind of thing.
The craziest thing is, we were talking about this before we started recording, is like, you watch the crash, it doesn't even seem that bad. Like, he bounces off, he comes up short, bounces himself off the foot pegs, and hits the deck. And it's like, okay, cool, like, normal deal for Supercross.
Yeah, I mean, I could be walking, I could be running down the stairs or something and fall the same way.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
Yep. So, all right. So, what was the big struggle yesterday, man? Or, I'm sorry, Saturday. Sorry, I'm
all day.
Off. Yeah.
Daytime.
Biggest thing was just like breathing and endurance. Like I said, kind of in my post, like at least in the heat race, I came around and I was in that 9-10 spot right there by Norin, and I just didn't ride good. I started trying to jump the whoops and just was struggling with them. Like that's why I did way better in the LCQ. I was skimming the whoops, and I would literally gain probably every bit of a second to a second and a half every time I go into the whoops. But the biggest problem for the LCQ is, in my practice, obviously there's a lot of dudes going real quick.
Yeah.
And there's not a ton of separation. And then also, like, I kind of told myself from the get-go that, not feeling the best. Some of those jumps are kind of gnarly. Like, I never went for that 3N, that jury, that where that happened. And then also, after the second set of whoops, that big on to table?
Yeah.
So I never hit that in practice. Well, then in the LCQ, when I was right behind Grant and Clayson, I would gain on them going into and through the whoops because I'd skim the whoops both sets while they were trying to jump both sets. But then they'd gap me doing that big on the table. So I saw that. It was about the second or third lap when they hit it. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, if I want to try to make this, I'm going to have to hit this. So probably third lap, I was going to try to go for it. and obviously, like hitting the jump the first time, like it's just terrifying. Plus, when you're trying to race, so I goofed up the corner a little bit, wanted to go for it, but backed out. And then by finally the fourth lap, so fourth, fifth lap, and maybe sixth. I don't know how many laps we ended up doing, but I hit it. So that was like good. At least got myself back up to being close to them, and I knew if I could stay close enough, I could try to make a move in the whoops. But then they would hit the 3 in, like where the Jerry situation happened, and I was not going to try for that. So it just, I didn't have that jump in my pocket, and then I also didn't have, just like from the heat race, like I pumped up, rode like crap, couldn't hardly breathe, and just kind of fell backwards a little bit. LCQ, I rode much better, especially because I was racing and, skimming the whoops.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the fight to be able to like be super aggressive with anything. And push through all the rhythms and stuff.
So that big jump there after the whoops, like were you going like jump onto that table and then off, or were you just like jumping onto it and then rolling off of it?
Jump on, and then like you couldn't. If you jumped on, you were going too fast to legitimately just roll down it.
Yeah.
But I would slap double. So like you would try to not jump off, purposely like case into the bottom of the next little 3-footer that you're supposed to go off and over, and then jump up over the big and go 2-2.
Okay. Yeah.
I almost feel like that was about the same speed because
it was slower.
The 5-footer would just boot you in the air.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it takes you so high.
It was. They said that because Webb, I guess, was going completely over. He was the only guy that could make it completely over that table, and I guess they said it was slower than going onto it. And like Kenny was one of the only dudes I saw who was going on off of that.
That's how Mookie did it once.
Mookie did it too?
Yeah.
Well, I saw Kenny do it, and I was like, holy crap. And Kev, I did catch you towards the end of the LCQ finally. Like, I saw you doing it, and I was like, oh, man. How big do you think that was? Because I
got to say, you got big hairy nuts for just pulling that out right in the middle.
I don't know, dude. I'll tell you what, the first time I hit it, I went about 3/4 onto the tabletop, like almost to the point where my front end was going to go over the tabletop. And I was like, whew, that was a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. But, I mean, it's still big, like to the point where you had to commit. Like some of those jumps, dude, like especially in that the triple afterwards, that the Jerry situation and the one I never did, like that's a kind of jump that you have to commit no matter what happens to you by the middle of the corner. Like middle of the corner, you just have to know you're going for it.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it difficult.
Now, did you call Ross? Because I heard Ross wasn't there this weekend. Did you call him and say, look, bro, you weren't here. The track was weird. You owe me because I didn't make the main? Because that's what I was doing.
No. Some of the guys, some the other privateers and stuff, gave him some shit, though.
Yeah.
I got to think.
They're like, oh, wow, Ross doesn't show up, and we have the worst round of this season or whatever. Worst track of the season.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got to think going onto that tabletop, there's a little more of a margin of error. Is that kind of going through your head when you're sizing that up versus tripling in over on the other side there?
Yeah, a little bit. The biggest thing, though, is, well, yeah, I mean, big time. Because,
I mean, you got,
the
5-10 foot of tabletop to work with?
Yes. Yeah, like, definitely. Like, you don't have to think as much. Which, I mean, even the triple on the other side, I don't think I saw anybody go long on it. So, like, I think that's one you just hit as fast as you can no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But for the tabletop one, you kind of had to be precise because it was really steep. The tabletop there, like, was very steep, and it was probably about 1 foot or 2 foot taller than, like, a normal tabletop, in my opinion, because they had it so you came around the hole shot corner, and it was kind of like a wall that you, like, scrub off of. So, like, you couldn't come up short on that, or else you were really going to be stopping quickly. Yeah. So it's kind of they were both just sketchy.
Yeah. I don't know how it was for a rider, but as a fan, I definitely liked that section because it started providing some options, and then you had like the coupes that were just sitting into it on those Yamis and getting all the way over it, or you could go off, or you could kind of.
Oh, my bad. So. You guys, you connected back to my headphones. You said it was providing what?
I thought it provided quite a few options. I mean, there are a lot of different options through there. For a fan, that was cool. You kind of feel the same way as a rider? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously I didn't like the LCQ because I was like, why are you guys hitting this? Now I have to hit it. And ended up hitting it. So it's just one of those things that I wish I would have hit earlier. Uh-huh. But, yeah, I mean, it's good for racing. Like, I don't like it when everybody's doing the exact same thing. That's why, like, even though the whoops were gnarly, like, I enjoyed that those guys were trying to jump because it was allowing me to skim and go faster, and it was, separation. Like, it's part of it, and I just didn't have it this weekend.
Yeah. But positive note, did this finish secure you into the Pulpamex
Yeah.
LCQ challenge?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You did. You're in.
Now we're in, baby. All right, money time.
Let's go.
So, well, that's a big positive then. Like, negative
Yeah,
we didn't make
yeah.
it and get points, but positive that we're now racing for some big money
Yeah, I guess
in Denver.
that's the cool thing about the Pulp MX race too. Is like, hell yeah, I made the main. Or if you don't make the main, it's kind of like, hell yeah, I get a chance at some money in the LCQ challenge.
Yep.
Honestly, every LCQ that I've been a part of, so I've only been a part of 4, or every one that I didn't qualify, let's put it that way. So that was only 4 of them. Every time I was like, I got to score as many points as I can, LCQ wise.
I heard
Yep.
the other day that you were like on the cusp of making it. So then when you didn't make it this weekend and you were like 6th or whatever, I was like, all right, sweet, we're in.
We could take a positive out of
We
this.
take a positive out of this. So
Yeah, definitely.
any,
I mean, I'll take. That's what I like is, we haven't been in 4 main events, so we've missed 4 main events. My worst LCQ finish is 7th place right now. So we've been freaking close every time, if not in the main event.
yeah. I would chalk this up, especially if you compare it to last year, as a fantastic season for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
100%. 100%.
any updates for outdoors?
Not necessarily, nothing too crazy. I mean, Millville, Ironman, Redbud is kind of on the schedule. More than that, to be determined.
Okay, I was just seeing if there was updates. If we were chasing SMX points.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to.
the logistics are probably the shittiest part, but if you could find a way to wash Schugel, everybody kind of bails out of that one. That might be a good one to get points at.
Yeah, for me, and I kind of have a couple connections up there, but it would be a thing where I'd fly up there with my suspension. I'd race somebody else's bike. That's probably only the only real way I'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, for a privateer guy, I would be looking at that one since so many people do bail out of it. If you could figure it out, like, I don't know. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, well.
But, I mean, also, like, the dudes that are in the top 20 usually go to that round.
This is also true.
Yeah.
This is also true. So,
Like, there's a lot of guys from 24 to 30 that skip out on that one, but the dudes that are scoring points are usually at that one.
Well, the guys, let's just hope the guys from 15 to 20 have a DNF.
There you go.
So have you done any projections? Does it seem like you might be in like the LCQ vibe for SMX right now?
I think, honestly, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I think, like, Mitchell killed it again your boy Mitchell, bro, he's been good. He's been doing good.
He has been
So-
ripping this year.
He's been solid.
So, and he's in 20th, and he's like, I don't know, 20, maybe 25, 30 points ahead of me. And he's going to do all of outdoors, I'm pretty sure, with the PRMX crew. So, like,
Yeah, which
and
he'll
you're going
be
to have,
good. He'll be good out.
you're going to have Prado coming back. You're going to have, probably Kulas, who's going to do all of them and do good. Like, for me, honestly, like, I'd love to get straight in, but I'm really just looking to keep myself in the LCQ even at this point.
Yeah. Wait, are you ahead of Prado in points?
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 18.
Oh wow. Okay, I did not know
But,
that.
I mean, he's going to come back big time in outdoors.
Well, maybe.
Why?
You don't think
he's getting
so?
hurt?
What?
You think he's getting hurt or what?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I got a question for you, Kev. Let's flip the script a little
We
bit.
got a couple minutes, and we got
Couple minutes. We'll wrap it up after this. You're Chase Sexton. You're riding the way you are right now. You staying or you going? We all know the rumors about Kawasaki. What would you?
I don't
do
know,
in his
dude. I
shoes?
mean, I think it all comes down to somebody like that gets to make their own decisions. Like, if he's happy at KTM, if KTM's pissing him off, or if he's got more opportunity at Cowie, I would think he would stay, because the stuff that I've heard from Cowie is which I don't know I have no idea what's legitimately going on with Jason Anderson, but I've heard some rumors not even rumors. This is just my thought process because of what I've heard about, the brand, and they don't really allow you to make all the changes and adjustments that you want to. They kind of tell you to deal with it, or at least make you run the stuff they want you to run, I think.
Yep.
Mhm.
I have no backing,
That sounds
no
accurate.
legitimate evidence on that, so that's me all just hearsay.
And I don't think that's a great place to try to move to if you're winning a championship and you're feeling good on a bike.
Yeah. I felt the
So
same
I don't
way.
know.
I mean, Chase is putting KYB inserts in his KTM. Like, they ain't letting you do that over at Kawasaki. Or put
Nope.
KYB on or whatever he needs to do.
Yep.
So,
Well,
all right.
appreciate you picking up, Kev. Sorry we didn't get a hold of you last week, man. It was a hectic weekend. So we did the Daniel Blair show before we jumped on ours. So it was one show to another to hours and hours of recording. So, but we'll get you the rest of them. All right.
I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yep. So
We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, idiots.
because this is the stupidest motocross podcast on the internet.
Is that gonna be clipped or what?
Oh no. That's our new tagline. We are the stupidest motocross podcast on the internet. Don't you worry.
I like it.
Yep. Just embracing it.
You guys are goofballs.
So, all right, buddy. Appreciate it. Tell Rachel we said hi. We'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
All right, Kevin Moranz, everybody.
That's a quick love you back.
Brought to you by our friends at NANO XTREME. Make sure to get your free sample. And with that being said, let's go right into our next guest here.
Oh, we're going to try him again.
Brought to you by, he just texted me, so he should pick up this time. Brought to you by Alias MX.
6:30 on the dot. Look at us
6:30
today.
on the dot. We're good.
What time are we getting hit? How long
I
is
think
his
he
slot?
said. I think he said he wanted 30 and out.
30?
Yeah, let's keep it
All
close
right.
to 30.
Let's see if we can get him in and out.
I said, all right, no problem. We'll make it happen.
We usually go way over.
Hello.
There he
Eric
is.
Grondahl, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Just heading home back north.
I know, down in Florida, doing the grind, getting ready for outdoors.
Yeah,
Riding,
right.
huh?
Dude, he is. He's out there. Although, were you riding the Honda?
Yeah,
Oh, with just white graphics on it, huh?
yeah,
I think I
yeah. No,
did see
you
that.
didn't see my post, dude.
I saw
I mean,
it. I believe
saw
I
it.
saw
I'm pretty sure I liked it. I guess I just didn't realize. Sorry.
Yeah.
I scroll a lot.
I saw the all-white unit. I like the all-white unit because you can wear any gear on it, and it looks good.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to change it up a little bit, so that's what I did. Kept it pretty basic, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it.
It was clean. How was riding?
It was good. Taught Lando how to ride his 125, and he did awesome. He was jumping the jumps by like lap 3,
Holy shit.
and he's never rode like he went from a CRF 110 to a YZ 125.
Wow.
So
That is a
yeah,
jump.
it was a pretty big jump,
That is a big
but
jump.
he did awesome. Yeah, it was fun.
No, that's cool. Where
Yeah.
are you guys riding at down there?
We went to Okeechobee, Moto Bros.
Oh, that place looks good. That place looks sick.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Hey, I was thinking, maybe you know, what happened to that Florida Tracks and Trails place? I was watching an old Moto movie the other day, and Dean Wilson was there shredding that place up. I wonder
So
whatever happened.
I don't really know what happened like the first time, because I swore that place got built and it had like government funding and stuff.
Yeah, it was sick. It was badass.
And yeah, it was super gnarly. And then, for whatever reason, it was like gonna get shut down. And then somebody bought it. I can't remember the guy's name. And they changed the name of it to Sandlot Off Road. And I think they were just struggling to make money running it because it's just so far like in the middle of nowhere, and it's such a huge place to run that I think it was just too much upkeep for the little amount of people in that like area, because it was kind of like an hour and a half minimum for like most moto people in Florida, and for like a lot of us like up in Claremont it was over 2 hours, so it was just kind of a tough place to get to, but it was really, really cool.
Yeah, it looked cool. Where was it? Kind of in northern Florida, or was it more south?
No, it was in south. It was southwest Florida. It wasn't too far from Naples.
Gotcha. Yeah, ways down there. When
Yeah.
you think Florida, you're like, oh, Florida's not bad, but then you think of like, it's 4 hours from the line to get to like Claremont, Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, Florida is a lot bigger than most people think.
Yeah, you look at the map, it's like, look at this skinny place. I can get from coast to coast in 30 minutes. But no, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Anywhere else you guys ride down there, or just kind of stuck to one spot?
Yeah, just there. We only went twice because we were both pretty smoked after not riding all winter long, obviously, and then riding 2 days in a row. We were just like, yeah, we're not going to go 3 days in a row. So we're planning on stopping in North Carolina on our way back up tomorrow and riding a track called Cow Branch MX because it's right off of 95. So it'll be on our way.
So you're just lathering up the NANO XTREME for that sore body.
We have a sponsor for this. It's called NANO XTREME. Really help you out with that soreness there.
Vet rider stuff.
Vet rider stuff. So did you go see our good friend Chase Sexton while you were down there?
No, I did not.
What about
I
RJ?
was strictly Nope, I was strictly Southeast Florida the whole time. We really didn't have time to do much else. Our days were pretty packed.
He didn't want to be in the presence
of
greatness.
We did watch the race though. We did make time to watch the race.
Well, I can't say you missed a whole bunch.
I bet he was sitting there with a stiffy though. 18 seconds, bro.
Yeah, that was gnarly. He was on it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen an 18-second gap in a Supercross, and I don't know when's the last time you can think of one, Travis.
It's been a while. When was Jet's last race?
I mean, hey, I told you it was possible.
Okay, well, I mean,
is it possible?
We're in the single digits
for the
now.
next 3?
Look, this was one of my questions, okay? Can we really pull this off? Are we really going to go 5 for 5 to finish the season?
If he does, it'll be one of the most impressive championship runs I've seen.
I mean, it breaks
memory,
everything, in my opinion, but I want to hear from the Chase Sexton whisperer over here.
Give it to him.
I mean, I think he can do it. I think last weekend the track was super difficult and very easy to make mistakes on. And so I mean, if I was expecting a mistake out of him, I would have expected it to happen there because, you know, the pressure was already on, like he has to win out. And with how gnarly that place was and how good he rode and how solid he was all day long, I think that shows that he's definitely got what it takes to make it happen and finish this thing off.
Yeah. He's making a very compelling case for going 5 for 5 here. I don't know. I'm still
the thing I don't understand, and I know I just cut you off.
You're okay.
Stub style.
Yeah, you did.
But
it's okay. You're in his seat, so it's fine.
The thing I don't understand is Cooper Webb had second gate pick. Why did he not line up next to him? They weren't even.
I don't know, man.
You know, I would think
the ruts. If the ruts are that blown out, which they did look pretty bad based off of the TV screen, that had to have been why.
Yeah. I guess I didn't look that.
And
far
Chase
into
could
it.
have strategically picked a rut, you know, in between 2 terrible ruts, so that Cooper didn't go near him.
Yeah, if you did that, that's some high level shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he did, but just, you know, it's something that could have happened.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting thought for sure. That's something that never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I guess maybe I'll have to go back and look now and see how blown out the ruts were around Chase. But in this kind of situation, you gotta think Webb's gonna want to line up next to him, talk some shit, or do something.
I mean, what did he do in 2020 there? You boys ready to fucking go?
Yeah. You know, I could see him sitting there and being like, "Hey, you listen to some Taylor Swift in those headphones or what?"
Has to be just talking mad shit. And the funny thing is that, like, I don't...
Well, Webb talked shit, and it backfired on him.
Well, he did. Yeah, that was a big surprise, too, with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, not even just because he's my boy, but I really don't think that it's easy to get into Chase's head by, like, just mouthing off to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think the only way you're going to get in his head is just by beating him time and time and time again. But I mean, that's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
especially when he's on. So I really don't think that, he's not like, when J-Law would talk smack to Dungy, he's not going to get under his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only option Coop has to do something like that is throwing a wheel in on him out on the track. Throwing a couple wheels in 2-3 corners in a row, and then you start thinking behind him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I gotta ask, is he going to Kawasaki?
I have no idea.
If you're him, what are you doing?
In my opinion, no, I don't think he should. But that it seems to be that everyone thinks that he is. So I don't know. I mean, the only thing is that that article just came out that KTM is in trouble again, and they just like blew through all the money that they got already.
Oh, I haven't even seen this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I don't know how true it is or not, but yeah, somebody sent me the link to it, and it was just like, yeah, basically they blew through. I don't know if it was all of the money or just a lot of the money, and they were like blowing it on stuff that they're not supposed to spend it on.
Oops.
So yeah,
I mean that's got to be the only reason you're changing right now. And I know Kawasaki is throwing a shitload of money at him.
Yeah, and the only reason I don't think he should go to Cowie is because they're very known for just not doing whatever it takes to make the rider happy.
Yeah,
and
staying in the
I
box.
think that, Chase is very much so a rider that needs the team to be able to do whatever he wants. And, maybe Cowie will offer that for him. Who knows? But, maybe that'll be in his contract.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Like, knowing him personally, is that something he's going to the table with, you think?
I would think so, because KTM was also kind of known for being that way.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think it's kind of obvious now that was one of the reasons that Webb left, is because he was using different stuff on his bike, and they took it off of his bike and didn't tell him, and he lost his mind. And then he got a concussion and was just like, screw you guys, I'm out.
You mean like he went and bought a stock bike and took that stock frame and put it on his race bike, and then they got pissy with him? Like, yeah, that was a thing.
I'm not gonna be the one to divulge any of the details. But
you didn't. I did. It's totally fine. You're just confirming that that's exactly what I heard. From not you, from other people, by the way. Just so we're very clear here, Roger.
Yeah.
Eric didn't tell me this. I found this out through other sources. That he went and bought a bike off the showroom, which is fucking just ridiculous.
Well, it was very funny, like the press conference, right? I screenshotted his facial expression when they did it. Chase is like, yeah, I've been riding the stock one, and the platform's like, awesome.
Yeah.
He's in the press conference just like, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yep. Yeah, that was another giveaway when that happened.
Yep. Any thoughts on Webb recovering from his wounds from last week?
Dude, I thought that Chase was going to be off his bike after the finish line waiting for him with a shotgun.
That'd be hilarious, actually. That would be hilarious.
That is great.
Just
that would
boom.
Be great. It'd be hilarious if he went over the finish line, laid down Call of Duty style, like a sniper.
Yeah. Just did something like that. That'd be awesome.
That would be wild.
Got
that would be wild. Maybe I'll shoot him a text message and give him a push to do that.
Say, hey,
if he does it, if he makes it 5 for 5 at Salt Lake, that's what he has to do.
Yeah, tell him he's got to go hide behind a tough block and just pop up over the tough block and bang bang.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Shoot him with a Nerf gun or something.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious if like Webb played into it and just like fell off his bike.
Yeah,
or something
like that. There's no way he does, because he's gonna be so mad.
Oh, he'd be so pissed.
But there's no way he does.
Yeah,
but it'd be awesome. All right, I guess another thing for you here. So, does RJ get this done?
I hope so. He's got, what, 2 more rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got this weekend and then Salt Lake.
Like,
I hope he does. I'm rooting for him. He's definitely got his hands full with Hammaker, though.
I mean, that's my big question: does Hammaker
that
fall
kid
apart?
Is on it right now.
Because if he doesn't
Yeah, he
fall
looks really
apart,
good.
dude, he's got this.
Well, the hardest thing for RJ is that Hammaker's starts seem to be so dialed right now.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, RJ
Whereas
starts have been very lackluster.
RJ's not a bad starter, but every now and then he gets that bad one, and it doesn't. I mean, I could be remembering wrong, or maybe it's just because the last couple of races Hammaker has been right there at the front. I feel like Hammaker just has the starts on lock right now.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. I thought there was a lot of maturity out of RJ last night as well. Usually, you know, he'll die for it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And he was just straight up like, I didn't want to die for it. And
Yep.
I thought,
Yeah.
hats
No,
off
that
to
was-
him. That was something I don't know if we've ever really seen out of him or heard out of him.
I don't know that he can dive
Yeah.
right now because his wrist is jacked up. That plate is screwed up that's in there, I think, is what I'm gathering by the things he's saying.
That he's not fully ready.
I mean,
He's
I feel like I've seen a couple people tweeting about it too. Like Lewis Phillips put out a tweet saying that he. Oh, hang on, got a cop pulling up next to me. I gotta put my phone down for a second.
yeah.
Do the classic like left hand up on the wheel and then like scratch your nose with the right hand so he knows like you're not. You got both hands. Not
But he is
occupied.
correct. Lewis Phillips is the interview I listened to, and RJ's not going to ride outdoors.
All right, we're good. I'm back.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Outdoors, I would just
He's not riding
yank
outdoors.
myself and get that thing fixed.
He's not riding outdoors because he can't. His wrist is completely jacked up still right now. I mean, he was saying that without saying. He kept saying to Lewis, "I don't want to say too much."
Yeah.
But it's the wrist is screwed up. Like either the plate is fucked up, or he fell and screwed it up again, or something, right? And so yeah, that's the problem. So he's gonna finish this out because he's in like. To be honest, if he wasn't in this title chase, he probably would be out already. But
Yeah.
you're in the title thing, so you just go for it, which is what he's doing.
Yeah, probably before the mud race, he's like, I might pull out, and then after the mud race,
No,
he's like,
I mean,
game on.
I know it's definitely been bothering him all season long.
And is it? Okay?
It's almost impressive that it's tamed him down. You know,
Speculatively, do you think it's because the plate got put in wrong or something like that, or is it?
I don't know. I just know that it's definitely been bugging him, and to my knowledge, he hasn't had like any weak practice day crashes that have aggravated it. It's just been kind of an ongoing thing.
Yeah, okay.
so
and
no
he's
footers through the woods.
He's just dealing with it because he's in the title hunt right now.
Yeah. That's definitely what he said in that interview. So,
I mean, the amount of injuries this dude has rode through is baffling.
Yeah, I just listened to the Doc G Gypsy Tales podcast, and he was talking about like RJ and McAdoo and what these guys ride through, and I just went, unbelievable.
Yeah, especially McAdoo.
Yeah, I mean, trying to ride through that torn ACL was nuts.
Yeah, that's
I got my thoughts on that. He should have parked it, but
well. There's a lot of things going on with ACLs right now. Jet's practically a superhuman.
oh, you want to get into some tinfoil
Why?
hat right now?
What's going on?
Dude,
Let's hear it, tinfoil hat
hey,
boy.
dude, Jet's numbers are so good. That's what his dad said last week in an interview on Pulp, is that Jet's numbers are so good.
I mean, RJ had a pretty miraculous recovery too.
And then Doc G just, in that interview, he just said, man, he's healing so fast. I don't even believe it. I've called the ortho surgeon twice to be like, what did you do? This is unbelievable. But, those numbers don't lie.
You got you got 3 letters in your head over there.
Numbers don't lie. No, I don't have letters. I got numbers, dude. Numbers don't lie.
HGH?
Did you roll the window down?
No, I've got speakerphone on because I'm looking at the directions. I'm just merging back onto 95 right now.
Oh, gotcha.
He had to make a stop at McDonald's, get himself a McDouble.
I can roll the window down if you want me to.
No, thank you. It's loud enough already.
It sounds like you're in a hyperbaric chamber of air.
All right.
No, a hyperbaric chamber is probably really quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
But yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, sad that his wrist is screwed up and we don't get to see him ride a 450 outdoors.
Yeah, but I think this is a pretty impressive title for him if he gets it done. You know, because he was buried as well.
Can you imagine RJ wins this title?
A two-time champ?
Two-time champ of the 255.
One on each coast.
And to win both coasts, too, that would be pretty cool.
That's cool.
Unbelievable.
I would just walk in my office every day and see a 1E and 1W jersey next to each other and be like, I made it.
That's it. I'm done.
I'm done.
I've now made $1 million. I'm out.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Really appreciate it.
I'm going to go park this in a fund somewhere. And
Yep, and I'm done.
Call it good.
Don't have to risk my life again.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so.
No, I think, I mean, even the first title for RJ was cool just because I don't think anybody really ever expected him. Maybe besides Eric and people around him. But,
yeah.
But I think the most common fan looked at RJ in the beginning of his career and was just like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah.
And had a pretty impressive road, really. So
He'll die.
and a hell of a highlight reel on the way there.
Yeah.
You could put together an entire movie of nothing but RJ and McAdoo crashes. And it would be spectacular.
Yeah.
Like a gazillion views on YouTube.
I mean, you could throw a Faulkner compilation in there too. Faulkner's still giving us highlights.
Man, every week. All right, Eric, one more thing for you here before we let you go here, because I know you're driving and you wanted to keep it kind of short. If Vial doesn't win a race this year, does that title look even more suspicious from last year? And what I mean by that is like one of those fluky 250 titles.
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't seem to be on it like he was last year. I mean, clearly he rode great last year because he beat Deegan.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's got what he had last year.
that was impressive in itself, but this year, I mean, he seems to just not really. I mean, I can think of 2 races where he was like actually riding good and like had the speed to maybe win, but just didn't have the start.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you know, he hasn't really had the pace to match those guys.
No, it's been very underwhelming.
But he was pretty good this weekend. He wasn't too far off of RJ.
Yeah, but it's not.
He's always just a little off. It seems.
It's not defending champ, and like the thing is like all of them now have had kind of a gimme race, right? So Hammaker has food poisoning in Detroit. RJ gets caught on the UFO in the first round there, and then Vial gets 22nd in the mud. So they've all had this gimme race. So you know, and it's just like there has just been. The thing is like I don't think I would look at it as terribly as I do.
Didn't Vial have a bad first race too, though?
No, he was pretty okay in Tampa.
I think he was good. I think
he was on the podium or something. Hold on.
I don't think he was.
Hold on, we have the technology.
I want to say he was like 9th in Tampa.
Hold on, let me see. Let me get Racer X up here. Let's see where we're at here. East Rutherford 250s. Tom Vial. Let's
big ball guy over here.
Big stats guy. Big stats guy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. No, he was 5th in Tampa and 4th in Detroit.
5th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he went 5-4 and then 2-2-3, which is okay, and then 22nd in Foxborough, and then 6th last weekend, and then 3rd this weekend. So like not terrible, but when you're the defending champ, like that's If he was anything, if this was just his 2nd year in Supercross, I think we look at this season and we go, okay, cool, this is good. trajectory,
Yep.
good. But the fact that he won last year, and like, I don't know, I've been saying it since the beginning of the year, right? Like, that title to me last year was a bit fluky of weather related. They were doing all the different things with the whoops, right? We went down to just 9 whoops. They were building them. Everybody last year, if I remember correctly, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, everybody said like the whoops last year just were not as gnarly, period. Any round you went to. And then you have,
I would agree with that.
then you have like Alabama last year where they thought it was going to rain. It didn't. So we didn't even have whoops there, which I believe,
Yep.
is that the first one he won? Let me see here.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, because he was on the ground in Detroit, got third in Arlington. No, he won Daytona, which, okay, cool.
Oh, yep.
Big outdoor guy, wins Daytona. And then, yes,
Justin was horny.
Yeah, makes Justin horny. And then goes and wins Birmingham, too, which, again, no whoops there and a real tamed down
Right.
track. And then after that, when you go back to, again, normal Supercrosses, he goes 2, 3, 3, 2, and then gets 8th in Salt Lake City for the showdown. So,
Yep.
yeah, so to me, again, bit of a victim of circumstances in a sense of like he won the title, but it was kind of walked into it luckily, I guess you want to say. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to come down too hard on it. I'm just saying, like, he's not a Supercross guy yet. So, not full.
Yeah, I
not-
think
not
he
full blown.
definitely still has some learning to do, but yeah, he definitely seems to be a little off the pace.
Yeah. Now, do you think he goes 450s next year, even if he doesn't win this title?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Lots of musical chairs going on.
A lot of musical chairs. And chairs are falling, which is amazing because we all thought that the first chair that was going to have to fall was going to be where Sexton goes, and then everybody follows. But that's not seeming to be the case. These teams are signing a bunch of second-tier guys already, which blows my mind. So I don't quite understand, but I guess we'll see. Anything else you got for us, Eric? Anything interesting? Any good drama you want to talk about?
No, not that I can think of. I think we're pretty good, and hopefully we get some good racing in Pittsburgh, and it's not a snooze fest.
Yeah, I hope so too, because this weekend I was very much not very enthralled with that race.
No, it was hard to not fall asleep, to be honest.
Dude, at one point I looked up, he had lapped up to 8th. He had like a 15-second lead, and I was like, yep, I'm going to go put the batteries in the Groms here and get those out of the trailer. Like,
yeah,
I'm over this. I'll just check in here in a couple more minutes. Like, yeah, it was a very, very kind of weekend. So, all right, buddy. Well, be safe with your travels there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We will talk to you this week here. I will email you
All
those
right.
logos at some point.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah,
guy.
I heard about
Dude,
this.
dude, bro.
Logo gate.
Bro, logo gate, yeah, bro.
Bro, get these graphics done.
I didn't.
Send me
I
the
have
logo.
not. I
Oh,
have
now you
not
haven't sent the
been. I
logo.
literally said, "Hey, can you do colors on these? This thing."
Hey, he was all in a rush for a proof, and then when it
Yeah.
comes time
Oh
for
God, here we
He
go.
wanted the
He's
proof,
What
moving
do
and
you
then
like
mean
a
in a
sloth.
rush? I said, "Hey, can you do this?" Like, hey, bro.
I
Can you,
know.
can
I'm
you
just
do these
giving you a
colors?
hard time.
he
I have
wanted,
to-
he
I have
wanted
to
the
be one of-
proof, and then went poof.
I have to be one of the most low key guys when it comes to, hey man, can you do this in these colors? Yeah, sure. All right, cool. And then I just wait.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
100%. It freaks me out because I always I'll think about it like a week later, and I'm like, oh my god, did I drop the ball on this?
no.
And then I look at our text and I look at my email and I'm like, nope, still nothing from him. Okay, it's not me.
Yep. Nope. Don't freak out, dude. I've been working nonstop. I keep, like I told you the other day, I keep getting so many of these orders for these Milwaukee fastback knives that I can't even keep up with those. So sitting down at the computer, it's maybe if I'm lucky at 10 o'clock at night, if that, and there's just other things happen. I did finally order parts for the bike. So once I do actually,
There's a start.
once I do actually send over the logos, and then we get approved for the graphics and actually get the graphics, I will have the parts to put it on the bike. So that's a positive. Making
Perfect.
progress.
Getting somewhere.
Progress over perfection over here is what we're going for. By July, we'll be ripping. By July.
Whole lot of
By
meat
July.
spinning is what it sounds like.
All right.
So, all right, buddy. Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Later.
Yep. Love you. Bye. All right. Eric Grondahl, brought to you by Alias MX and Adept Creative Co.
You got to add a love you, miss you.
I
Love you,
can't
miss
miss
you,
him if I've never,
Love you,
well,
miss
if
you,
I haven't
bye.
been around him in years.
Love you, miss you, bye.
Unbelievable. All right. We are going to take a quick break here. We're going to queue up the live stream here. And then we are going to jump into our race recap. We're going to hit our halftime report with
We're
our
gonna
silly
watch this
season
video
and
of Brian
everything.
Deegan getting knocked the fuck out on a Suron.
What?
Yeah, I just saw it dropped on the gram.
I got.
He's riding one in the skate park and went to Indonesia.
Oh, I got to see this for sure now. So we're going to take a break. We will be right back.
Oh,
All right, and we're back. Show 303 here. We are
303. You know the band?
Yeah, dude, don't do gang signs on the fucking show.
Oh, no gang signs.
No gang signs. Like, what is wrong with you? Are you insane?
Bro, I know you were listening to 303 when you were riding your little crotch rocket
Are
down
you
campus.
like we're gonna get shot now?
Okay,
Unbelievable.
whatever. 303 is an emo punk band.
Unbelievable.
All right.
You're trying to get me killed over here throwing up gang signs on a podcast.
Shush, girl. Shut your lips. You know that song?
No,
Okay.
I listen to good music.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's. Oh God, I don't have it. Hold on.
Oh, here we are. Loose program already.
Loose program
Loose
already.
program.
You want to call
Loose.
Daniel Blair and ask him how his loose program's going? It's probably
Hey,
going
I
great.
did. I don't remember who reached out to me on Instagram. Said we did a great job on the Daniel Blair show.
That's fantastic.
And it even got me to pony up and join the Patreon so I could listen to ourselves.
Did you really?
Yep.
How was it? Because I did not.
I mean, we can do a little R&D and listen to it here in a little bit, but I thought we sounded pretty good. I thought I sounded good.
Was the audio quality okay?
Yeah, believe it or not.
He said producer Joe was mad at us
Because we're spoiled.
because the audio quality wasn't great.
I mean, he probably had to mess with it quite a bit, but it sounded pretty good.
Well-
I thought. So anybody that's part of Daniel Blair Mafia or whatever, join the Patreon. Go check out the Daniel Blair show.
Yeah, because we're on there. We in it, and he will be
Yeah.
on ours here sometime before the end of Supercross.
Does that mean did we kind of make it?
I don't know. Do we got to get on Race Day Live to make
See,
it?
you guys were making fun of me, but I was nervous. I'll admit it. I was nervous.
I text Daniel this week to be like, so how'd it come out? And he said it was great. And I said, cool, man, because Cole was so nervous.
I
He was
wasn't
shaking.
so nervous, but I was a little nervous.
You were shook.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
You're so full of shit.
You want me to call Justin right now? Because Justin's
Yeah.
going to say that you were shook.
Justin doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You were shook. Rattled.
Whatever, dude.
Rattled.
Whatever, dude.
Anyway. All right. Let's
we got some
jump.
positive feedback, so that's all I needed.
Yeah, that's good. So, all right, let's jump into this 450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Gutterworks. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha. If you're in the Southwest Michigan area, you need some external home modifications, gutter, siding, etc. Make sure to check them out. Links in the description down below. All right, Sexton wins by a gigantic margin.
Dude.
Laps up to 8th in the field.
I haven't seen an 18-second gap in a while.
That was
He was
big.
on it.
That was big. It was the whoops, though.
100% the whoops.
Made up all his time in the whoops. So,
They showed that shot from the back, and I don't know if they had planned on doing that in the broadcast, or they've actually tried to step the broadcast up and show the lanes of the track, which I wish they would.
oh, like
but there
you're
was that-
talking down the whoop section?
Yeah, but they showed that back shot down the whoops back shot, giggity. They showed that, and he was still skimming them.
Yeah.
And it was just, it looked like rapids in a river.
That was what Webb
Basically.
said was his big downfall, was that
I
he
mean,
could not skim the whoops.
it was pretty impressive, and he was keeping that thing straight as an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of hip work, got loose hips,
Loose hips.
something I do not have.
Nope. Do a little
My back
stretching.
hurts on the daily because my hips are so tight. That's
Need-
why I
need-
tucked
need
the
a foam roller.
That's why I tucked the front end at Martin.
Did you?
I did. I scratched up the new bike.
Bummer deal. Yeah, that was
Go
great.
check it out on Instagram. I posted it.
He is making a very compelling argument that he could win these last 5.
Do you think he does it?
I give it like a
Don't do
20%
that.
chance. Give it like a 20% chance. Dude, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I worked last night and get home till late. Like,
Anyway,
I give it 20.
Talk about.
I'm a 25% chance.
Okay, you want to talk about working late? Is Sexton working late this season?
He's trying, man.
Does he? I'm still on the. Hey, damn, 2 in a row is pretty impressive. Won them both in a very commanding way.
Yeah.
I'm still not on board until he does it.
He's one Chase Sexton mistake away from
That's what I mean.
him and RJ with these titles. To me, it's the same thing here. It's like, till it's done, I'm not counting it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Cooper Webb, he tried shit talking him with the whole gunshot thing, and I don't, I think what Eric said, that's not going to get him.
nope. And it's still 9 points. So there's still a
9
little bit
points. So say he does win out, and I did see this question in this scenario. He wins out. They're tied on points. He gets tiebreaker for more wins.
there. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yep. So
it'll be one of the more impressive ones in recent history.
Yeah,
I
if he
believe.
does, if he
I mean,
pulls
the
it
only
off.
thing I can think of is Stu, maybe Stu in what year was that? 09 on the Yamaha, where he just ripped off 1 million of them in a row. So
yeah, he ripped off all those. Webb second. Does
recovering from gunshot wound.
the whole thing really is the Webb lack speed thing still a thing? Because I don't think it is anymore.
I think definitely in dry conditions. Had that been a night race where the moisture came back up in the dirt, I think we're having a different conversation. But if you notice in the morning in practice when it was deep and kind of ruddy and
But he was fastest qualifier in first session.
that's what I mean. The track was kind of wet and deep and whatever.
Yeah, okay, all right.
And then it got to race time and sun came out, dirt hardened up, looked very West Coast-ish, very hard, choppy ruts at the bottom. None of that turning down early in the corners that he likes to do. And I think that hurt him. Had that race been at night, maybe a little more moisture in the dirt, might have been a different story. Whoops might have broke down a little differently. I don't know. But the rest of everything we have this year is very West Coast-ish, even though we're on the East.
Yeah.
And that worries me for Mr. Coop. I just don't think he has the raw speed on the hard stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
And he's got the frame working against him if you want to go into steel versus aluminum.
25%.
I'm with you. I still got Webb for this thing. I still do have Webb for this thing, but
One out of 3 is all it takes.
one bad start.
One bad start, and it's screwed the pooch. Then,
Well, and I kind of talked about this with Eric when Eric was on the phone. Why did he not start next to him? So I guess I'll have to kind of dive in and see how shitty the ruts were or whatever. But we got a couple rounds here where they very well could go win-win in heats, and they're going to have to start next to each other. How's that going to play out?
The thing is, like I said, one bad one here in the next 2 rounds, and then you got to take him out in the last round to end up.
I think he shows him a wheel before that.
Well, I'm just saying, one bad is all it takes, and then you got to take him down and hope that he can't get back to you. And what I mean by that is because you got to beat him by enough points. So, AP third.
I mean, this is just kind of who AP is now.
Dude, he's
been on it.
good.
He deserved that contract extension 100%.
Yep.
So, not really much else to say about his night other than he was just waiting and waiting and waiting behind Barsha for a mistake.
He was.
And he got one.
He did.
He got one.
Yep.
He also owed him one, though. Do you think he would have gave it to him?
I don't know. Probably not.
Barsha just rides around with red turtle shells.
Yeah.
That's just all I can think of. Like,
Yep. Nope,
as soon as
you're
you
right.
pass him, bang.
Yep.
So,
Does he? Did he get 2-year deal?
I think it's 2. I don't remember.
Interesting.
If it was 1, that'd be kind of concerning, but
That's what he's been riding on, our 1-year deals
huh.
for like
Okay.
the last 2 years.
Yeah, I don't
so.
know. Hopefully they paid him up front.
Justin Cooper fourth.
Um,
Is he ever going to figure out skim and whoops?
I don't know. And I saw this. I guess he kind of did it at Indy, but have we seen a race where Justin Cooper wasn't start dependent?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody.
I'm not
I
sure.
saw it on the interweb somewhere where Justin Cooper. They were just like, yeah, if he starts out front, he's out front. I've never seen him come through the pack, and I got to thinking about it, and I was like, It's kind of true. I mean, Indy he was motoring, but he had a couple gifts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But he really wanted that heat race win in front of the hometown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You think he took the PJ 30 minutes?
What do you mean?
Think he took the private jet 30-minute flight?
Why would it's?
Because he's from New York. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's coming from Florida, bro.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
So, yeah, I think he did.
You think he took the PJ from Florida?
Is there a weekend he doesn't fly private?
I think he flies commercial here and there.
Interesting.
When he's in the doghouse.
DM him and ask him.
No, I still want my 191 jersey. Bastard.
Dylan Ferrandis, 5th?
Dude, like, just get to outdoors. I know we say this all the time,
Just
but
get to outdoors.
I hope he gets to outdoors and gets to retain what's he got for factory parts?
Transmission.
So he got a factory Bruce Jenner. He's got some clamps, I think.
Yep.
And
I don't remember what else. But I know the tranny is a big thing.
no, I hope he keeps that tranny.
Uh,
We need that DEI in the series.
well, you think they'd ask for it back just because Jet and Hunter are coming back?
Well, that'd be some bullshit.
I'd be so
I'd
mad.
be pissed.
I would be so mad.
I'd be super pissed.
Hey, we're going to need that factory transmission back. Fuck you are.
Yeah, I'd be very, very pissed. I mean, I guess I'd be pulling that thing out and looking at it, maybe seeing if I could
Yeah.
replicate it. You know they look at that shit.
Yeah. But no, that's a good finish for him there. And yeah, up there in it now.
Dylan Ferrandis. Shit
Stu?
kid.
Shit, yeah. That never looks good.
Never.
Stu, 6th place.
Dude, he was motoring.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched. I had an eye on him because I had him in my top 5 for fantasy.
Okay.
And he almost got there, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed AP to get Barsha, so I was really locked into that battle because if AP got 3rd, I had that one right.
Okay.
So thanks, Barsha, but no thanks. Yeah, dude, he was way back. I don't know if he just got a shit start, went down on the start. Do you know?
I don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know.
I mean, he was just banging on his way through the pack,
Yep.
just motoring.
Do you have ESPN Plus for his?
No,
thing
I
that's
would like to
coming
watch
out?
that documentary.
Yeah, I
though.
would too.
Yeah, for those that don't know, there's a pretty cool documentary on Malcolm Stewart that's out on ESPN Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Who did it? Do you know?
I don't remember.
They've been working on it for
Rockstar's paying for it, so it's the Rockstar guys.
Yeah, they worked on it for quite a few years, it seems.
But
and-
it is somebody really legit. Yeah, they did because he was. So they were trying to track it with him getting his first win, I think it was, and it was obviously looking pretty good. And then he broke his femur, or no, ACL. Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, they got the first win now, and hopefully they got that in it, right?
Yeah.
That
So
again, I said it before. That was one of the coolest wins I've seen.
I heard it's really good. So I'll be interested to.
Well,
see
somebody
it
should
when
pirate it because I don't want ESPN Plus. It
I don't
ain't in the
either.
budget.
No, it's not.
I'll forget to cancel it.
Yep. Kenny, 7th place.
He finally finished outside the top 5. He's been pulling these top 5s out of his ass.
Yeah, for sure. So, Shane, 8th place. God, these starts are good, dude.
He's always been a good starter, though.
Dude, bro, just up front there with the starts.
Always been a good starter. Shane Sins.
Shane Sins.
Chrome Dome Shane.
Shane Sins.
Anybody over there? We don't even have anybody in that chat anymore, Ollie.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
No.
Everybody's pissed off at us.
Or this one. Yeah, Emily's mad at us. Chrome Dome or Shane Sins? I saw a Shane Sins winner in the comments last week. They were like, keep it Shane Sins.
Yep.
That is the debate.
Dino, 9th place.
Snuck in the top 10.
Justin Hill, 10th.
I seen somewhere that those two had a battle to the death.
I did too. Yeah, I heard about that.
So we'll probably see it in Dean's vlog.
More than likely.
Did you watch Dean's last vlog?
No.
Dude, he had some sketchy moments in the first round. Like what are you thinking kind of shit.
Oh. Ooh.
Like, why are you tripling with this guy rolling in front of you and almost like
Oh.
landing on people's shit?
Well,
He had to shake the rust off.
I guess.
Yeah.
Savachi, 11th.
Yeah. Not really much to talk about through the rest of the field.
Yeah,
but,
Christian Craig, 12th.
are we here?
I don't know.
Are we panicking?
It's not great. I heard they're trying to.
Trying to fix him or fix the bike?
There's a
Or
rumor that he's not going outdoors.
That'd be dumb because
he's got a 2-year deal with
he is
Star.
the outdoor guy.
I don't know.
How late did this rumor start?
This week.
So they're cutting his funding to bring Tomac in
For outdoors?
for something.
I don't know.
I mean,
But it's not going great.
we'll talk Tomac. I do want to talk Tomac. I want to throw a few questions around on Tomac and where he goes. But
Yep. Colt Nichols, 13th.
it's kind of where he's been, dude.
Yep. Mitchell Harrison, 14th.
Been on it.
Yep. Mitchell Oldenburg, new beta contract, 15th.
Good for him.
Chiz, 16th.
Oh, cool news for Chiz.
Yeah.
So we all know the devastating news with Jerry Robin, right?
Yeah.
Very, very unfortunate deal. Chisholm is getting his spot in the LCQ challenge, and whatever place Chiz gets in the LCQ challenge
giving
is
money to
donating the
Jerry.
money.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yep. Barsha, 18th. Benny, 19th.
Dude, let's talk Barsha for a second.
Okay.
Where are we at?
He's
Is
knocking on podium doors, dude. He's like a couple small mistakes away from a
From a
podium.
legit podium.
But it's getting thin here for the amount of races we got left for him to get a podium.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like final round
Podium guy stoked.
yeah, just
Good racing, dude.
just enough to get one for the year. I don't know.
I wanted to see him get a podium just because it's kind of cool seeing the older guys get podiums
Yeah.
and stuff again, but
I know his fingers are screwed up.
the year of the finger.
Yeah. So, but just I don't know, man.
The year of the finger, boys and girls.
Benny 19th, Tristan Lane
Weeded
20th.
his shit. Benny
Yep.
did.
Yep. Tristan 20th, Jeremy Hand 21st, and Grant Harlan 22nd.
There it is.
450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Gutter Works.
Always well hung. Like
Just
Cameron McAdoo.
Hashtag not a banger.
What's not a banger?
The race was not a banger.
Race was not a banger.
Race was not a
Was
banger.
the race
at all.
boring? Anybody think the race was boring?
Yeah.
Oh, we got people talking. Emily's talking shit in there.
Well, what's new? Go check it out. Ralph's in the chat for the members. Yeah, Ralph's in the chat for the members here.
Oh, we got Moto X Pops in here.
Moto X Pops.
Moto X Pops is still wondering what you're.
Oh, Lord have mercy, dude.
Weren't you trying to do something?
He wants to come on the show, dude.
Drop the ball.
Look, man,
Cash, we ride.
summer is better for me because we are doing what's it called?
Y'all ride. It's probably because we're not responding to people.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I mean, I've only got so much brain waves over here, and I'm trying to do the show, like for the big channels like YouTube. You know.
Yeah. Who we got? Oh, Cash's Dirt Bikes. I got a KX450. Check it out. Oh, we're on the fucking deal.
We're recording right now. Like you're over there TikToking. We're recording.
TikToking, whatever.
Anyway, all right, let's jump into our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Make sure to check out CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Coach Rob and his team can help you with all your fitness, health, and wellness that you might need. Coach Rob bought all sorts of workouts from Express 30 Minutes on up. Did you get on that one of them workout plans yet?
You know what? I think I need to.
For that home gym that you bought that you don't use?
Well, I turned the lights on
Cue
today,
Emily,
and then
cue
never went down
Emily
and
in the
did it.
chat here talking shit about you not using the home gym.
I mean, Emily's been using it. We went on a road bicycle ride yesterday.
Yeah? How'd that heart rate do?
15-mile-an-hour headwind was sweet.
How was the heart rate?
I'd have to pull up the old Polar Flow and look, but I tried to keep her in zone 2 the whole time. First of the year, legs were burning a little bit.
Yeah. CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Check it out, everybody.
Yep. Coach Rob, I need you, boy. I need you.
All right. Halftime report here. So, first thing I want to talk about here, you watched any of AP's vlogs?
So I watched it, and I had the same thought that I think you had. Like, hey, they said no to his Netflix thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, they'll just go the vlog route.
Yep.
Bro, all the track talk on the track walk.
Yeah.
Track talk on the track walk. That's
Yeah.
a fucking mouthful. Dude, I couldn't get past it. I turned it off.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing. I thought it was okay.
How was it when you got past that?
I mean, look, dude. First vlog that he's done, it was okay.
I mean,
wasn't
editing was
great.
just kind of
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. They'll get into a flow.
Like there was a lot of fluff in there.
Somebody the other day said that Shane's is really good.
Malcaress is
Yeah.
pretty good. Yep.
They said his stuff's really good. I don't know. Do you think... So Gypsy talks about this a lot now. We're past the prime of the Netflix series. We missed our window.
I think so.
There's too many of these Netflix series for too much stuff now, so it'd be worthless to do. So I think the vlogs replace that.
Yeah.
But I still think that... I think we should still have the vlogs. But I really think Feld should pay for all the vlogs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
going
put
to
'em
say.
on their
There's
channel.
got to be good storylines or whatever. Yeah.
Like Feld could do a Netflix series. Feld could pay for the top 20 to be in the vlog for a Supercross vlog, and then just put it on their YouTube channel. And I think that would do the same thing that a Netflix series does, and it wouldn't cost $1 million an episode.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, like you said, the window's gone, the hype's gone. I think
Yeah, I mean,
they dicked around and got.
he says that, and I agree with him at this point because there is too much. Like I tried watching the NASCAR one, got through a couple episodes, haven't finished.
Did the new one start? They dropped the new one?
No,
Oh.
this is like last year's. I tried
That one's
watching.
good.
I mean, it was okay.
Denny Hamlin, dude.
It was okay.
All right.
I tried
I would
watching.
disagree.
I tried watching the tennis one. Got through a couple episodes.
Way out on the
I was
tennis.
out.
Way out on that.
Tried watching the golf. Watched a couple episodes. I was
Golf's
out.
good.
Now Formula One, I still tune into.
How about the one with LeBron James? There's a basketball one.
Oh, didn't even know that.
And
Haven't
then
watched
there's
any of
one.
it.
I did watch receiver and quarterback, which was kind of interesting seeing the lifestyle that those guys live.
That's a whole nother level.
A whole nother level of lifestyle right there. Boy.
Mhm.
So
Who was it?
I mean, they had Mahomes, like they had all the big dogs.
Oh yeah.
And then
Seeing that blood money in there, huh?
the what?
What?
The what money?
See what happens when you sell your soul?
Oh my God! Here we go.
No.
Take a note. Take a note. I got to talk about this off the air.
Where's your notepad?
I want it. Write it down right there. I got to hear about your Patrick Mahomes conspiracy now. Here. Is he a man of God?
Somebody's
Not
God.
with that laugh.
Somebody's God.
Wow. Okay. Well, and then in the receiver they had George Kittle, which to me was like the NFL's AP. Long
okay.
hair, not giving a shit, just and then when he puts his helmet on, he's a G. So
Interesting.
no, it's kind of cool. Just for me, I don't watch a lot of mainstream sports, so it's good to get that insight.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what we need.
Mm-hmm.
But we missed the window.
We did miss the window,
missed
but
the
I
window,
still
so.
think we could do the same thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
To be really honest with you. So, all right. Let's see here. Well, you want to rant, or do you want to do silly season?
I don't know if I have a rant. Do you have one?
Oh yeah.
Let her rip.
Holster Co. Reload rant.
Ooh, take a deep breath, huh?
I'm so tired
Ooh.
of all the old heads in the sport.
Meaning Justin.
Nope. Not even Justin. Justin has moments, but he's come around a lot.
Okay.
I'm talking other old heads. Might rhyme with Shmeef Schmathis.
Oh, you think he's an old head?
He is an old head. And let me tell you the phrase that drives me insane.
I don't know, man.
No, not that. That one's funny.
I do like that.
Well, this is how it's always been, and we're never going to grow.
I don't.
Drives me fucking up the wall, dude.
Oh.
I mean, okay, cool. Guess what? You know what? You know how it was back in the day? We had porta potties outhouses and no Wi-Fi. So fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
We're just not even gonna. We're not gonna evolve. Nothing's gonna happen. Fuck it. Don't even try. Fucking outhouses and no Wi-Fi. Turn your cell phones in at the door, people. We're done. That's it. We're going back. There's no evolution whatsoever with things, with technology, with anything. There's no growth. Fuck it. I get so fucking tired of hearing that come out of his and other people. Well, this is just the way the sport's always been, and we were here, and we never fucking grew. All right, cool, man. Cool.
Well,
Guess what?
yeah,
Fuck it.
They didn't take those outlets and run with them.
No. Yeah. Cool. We were on whatever the fuck
Jay
talk
Leno.
show. Jay Leno. Awesome. Cool. Did we have a follow-up?
Nope.
Nope. Not one thing.
One and done.
Not one thing. I'm so freaking tired of hearing it, dude.
It's
Drives
just-
me
yeah.
batty to hear it. Cool. Guess what? Fuck it. Whatever, dude. Screw it. Never grow. You know what? Just shut the sport down because it's never going to grow anyway, so why even do it?
I definitely feel like there's a lot more people into dirt bikes. Do you?
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
you're
man.
starting to see it in, like, you watch Outer Banks?
No.
Okay, well, it's a pretty popular TV show
Mm-hmm.
amongst my generation,
Mhm.
I guess I should say. And they had a dirt bike race in it.
Okay.
Okay, and here's a little bit of a rant.
All right.
You're going to have a dirt bike race with a bunch of 450s, 250Fs and stuff, and you're going to put fucking two-stroke noises in there.
Well, yeah, that's a
The
whole
sound
nother-
producer, the sound guy was like, yep, this'll work.
went to his sound thing, dirt bike. Ring, ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding,
and
ding,
yeah.
yep,
Oh
mhm,
my
yeah.
god, dude. Okay.
Happens all the time. Drives me nuts
yeah,
too.
it drives me nuts.
But
Anyway,
dude, this whole, like I said, these old heads, and there is a select group. I hear in listening to Steve's stuff all the time. I hear him say it all the time, and every time he does, it drives me insane. I can't say that there's like a ton of other people I hear that say like this is what the sport is or whatever, and like have just no input on how we could grow it.
Yeah.
Just nothing. Just screw it. It's always been this way. This is the way it is. Drives me insane.
yeah, I'm with you.
Like, cool, then what the hell are we doing? If we don't think we can grow it at all, what are we doing?
Sharing is caring, and growing is showing.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, there's definitely room for growth. It's just
There's plenty of room
they
for
just
growth.
didn't take those things and run with them.
I heard Gypsy talk about it the other day on something I was watching. Maybe it was even the Jerry Robin episode. Of like, quit playing with that because it's squeaking. It's driving me nuts.
You know, I can't hear it.
Dude, it's absolutely driving me nuts.
I can't hear high pitched things. That's bad. Huh?
Yeah, dude, that's terrible because that fucking drives me nuts. Anyway, yeah, dude, it's Gypsy was saying he's like, look, he's like, and back to the Netflix thing. He's like, for $1 million, you could produce something in that realm that you could just put out for free. That again would just boom blow up. And as he said, Feld's doing a relatively okay job right now of they are producing more content. They brought some new people in. They're producing newer content, more content. They're producing stuff. It's better than it was.
Yeah.
But there's things, for example, press conference. Single angle, shitty sound,
Shitty question.
people walking in front of. I'm not even going to the question side of things. Whatever, dude. Don't care. And again, I'm going to study this a little bit because when he said this the other day, it kind of tripped in my head. But, like, I want to watch some Formula One press. I've never watched one.
I never have
Never
either.
watched a Formula One press conference. So I'm going to watch some Formula One press conferences and, like, see what it's like for there. Do they only have one angle? Do they have multiple angles? Like, how does this work? Because, yes. And then, like, the guy, like, dude.
Oh, here we go.
Like, the thing is, too, is, like, okay, with the media guys, right? The media guys don't want to go to the press conference because there's a limited time. You only get to ask a certain amount of questions, whatever. So you got guys like Steve and them go to the pits
Straight
to
to the
interview
pits,
the
yeah.
guys. And then 3/4 of the guys who made the main don't stick around. I'm out. I'm leaving. Whatever. And then,
I mean, it's 10, 11 o'clock at night, though. Do you fucking blame them?
I mean, I don't, but you are a professional motorsports person.
Yeah.
This is part of your job. And then, too, I do agree with Steve on this. Drives me crazy when these people reach out to the PR people on the teams and are like, hey, can I get an interview with so-and-so? And then they laugh at them and are like, good luck. What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's your rider. That's your job to get that person to
There
talk to
should
the
be
media.
a
yeah.
points penalty if you don't go to the media scrum after the race, if you're in the main.
Yeah, I agree.
If you are in the main, if you are one of the top 22 guys that night in both 250s and 450s, there should be a media scrum, just like Formula One. All those guys have to go there. All those guys have to go there.
Yeah.
So, like, again, you want to take the sport in a more professional manner, you want to do more things, then we need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
This has to happen. This has to happen. Has to be worked into these guys' contracts. You have to force it on the teams. You have to force it. How do you force it? Because money's not going to do it. Money will not, like a monetary penalty won't do it. It's got to be 5 points or more.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
You got to make it worth your while. If you don't come to media, it's 5 points.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah, I mean, a privateer guy, it's going to be like $1,500. Oh fuck! But like Chase Sexton, $1,500. Like
Chase Sexton doesn't care
wipes
for
his ass with
$1,500. Yeah. So it needs to be a points penalty so we get these guys in. I wonder
agree.
what the penalty is in Formula One for them. I know it's a different pool and
Yeah,
there's a lot more money
or NASCAR or any other motorsport,
Yeah.
really.
So NASCAR, because NASCAR has a media scrum too, right?
I would
After
believe
the
so, but
race?
NASCAR they go up and down the pit road,
Pit
and all
road
that
right
stuff,
after,
and they have multiple
yeah.
reporters grabbing different guys. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely things have started to go in the right direction.
They're
I
definitely
do
starting.
like
I'm-
when you watch it, like when the broadcast like ends and then it kind of restarts into like post race.
Yep. That's awesome
where they're
too.
interviewing Jay Dungy or they're talking to Big James.
Yep.
Like stuff like that.
Yep.
We're on the right path. But
The
I
other
don't know,
thing
man.
too, another Holster Reload rant that drives me crazy is when they do the press conference because they're drug testing and the guys aren't there. That drives me insane. Drives me insane when like one of the dudes comes in like halfway through or something because he couldn't pee in his cup or whatever. No, just let them go do the press conference.
Let
and
them
then
drink
we'll
their
pee.
water and
then
relax.
and then we'll pee afterwards. It's fine.
Yeah, if they're sitting there at the press conference drinking their water, they're gonna piss after. They're gonna
Yep.
be more relaxed. Like
If they have to pee prior to the press conference, which I assume these guys are all very well lubricated, so probably most of them do. Great, cool, awesome. Then say, hey guys, we need you to pee either here before or after, and if they can pee before, awesome. If not, whatever. But to have them not be in the press conference because they're doing drug testing is fucking dumb. And you
Hillbilly.
will not change my mind on it.
Yeah.
Again, you want to be the elite of the elite sports here for motorcycle racing. Cool. Then we got to start doing things a little bit differently.
you want to know the problem though?
Huh.
Is we are the elite. There's nothing else.
I mean, I understand, but if you want to be looked at like that, dude, this has to work better. Are they drug testing Formula One drivers? Probably.
Yeah.
Are they missing the
No,
press
that's why
conference? Doubtful.
it's going to be very interesting to see what WSX does.
I'm going to have to very much pay closer attention to Formula One press stuff, which I don't care that much about Formula One.
No,
So it's
I just get the
hard.
clip notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I watched the highlights thing, and that's it. But I'm gonna have to watch some of the other stuff and kind of see what they do because this drives me up the wall. Again, we're making progress, so this isn't necessarily me blasting out at Feld, but there's like a concerted thing here towards kind of everyone from teams to not even so much media. The media drives me crazy for the old heads thing that we talked about, but whatever. But the teams, the promoters, everybody has to get on the same page here with this. And like I said, the promoters have to force it.
Yeah,
And that will make, and again, another thing that will help the sport grow.
100%.
Think about, I mean, okay, you want to talk about not evolving there or whatever, too. Think about, did we have press conferences back in the 90s?
Nope.
Yeah. So,
It's definitely evolved.
yeah, I mean,
Did we have
it's
race day live back then? No.
No. And Race Day Live's different than even when we
Race day
started
live
8
is
years
taking
ago.
a jump in the right direction.
Big jump. What do you think of the JB riding with the being mic'd up, talking?
The
The angle sucked.
Angle sucked. I get the whole Insta 360 thing and what they're trying to do.
I do
but
too, but the fishbowl thing is not the move.
Yeah, the talking was. He's not as good as what Nick Way was. Nick Way was really good.
Nick Way was really
Remember when
good.
Nick Way did it in
Yeah.
the opening ceremonies?
Dude, yeah, he used to do it in the stadiums, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so he was pretty good at it. Obviously, you probably don't practice that, right? But you could definitely tell he kind of was trying to remember how to breathe.
yeah.
But it was cool, different.
Yeah.
And I saw they were working with two-way communication, so it'd be interesting to hear if he was talking back to AC
Yeah.
or what the deal was there. But
I saw that too.
they're being innovative. Like,
yeah.
That's
Again,
why
they're making steps.
That's why I like AC's a big guy, a big advocate for pushing things, and to have him and with that power and JB bouncing ideas, and they can go direct to the powers that be and say,
Yep.
"Hey, him and I'll try it.
Yep.
Hey, we can still ride good enough. Let us try it."
Yep.
So I think we're in good hands with those guys. I think we're starting to be in good hands with some of the guys that have made their way into the powerful positions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and again, this is not me knocking on Feld at all. I think we're making strides for things. I don't know how you do necessarily all of this at an outdoor. I'm not really sure. I mean, media scrum, okay, same thing. They lose 5 points if they don't go to media. Like, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, the outdoor races, yeah.
The outdoor thing is so different, though. To me, like I said, the outdoors is just so much more grassroots still that it's like, okay, cool, it can be included in this, but, like, I don't know. It's different. Yeah. It's different, and I just don't know that you can – I don't know that there's a good way to make that as elite as we were trying to do with Supercross in the playoffs thing.
Yeah, you gotta keep a little bit of the grassroots element to outdoor though.
Yeah,
because that is what it is.
And I'm not saying we should necessarily.
But media wise, like yes, same thing. Keep them in an area. Maybe not all 40 guys, but top 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go from there. I don't.
What do you think of the Weege segments this weekend? Like where he was talking about the valving in the.
Very interesting.
Which I
thought that was,
I loved it.
I thought that was awesome, breaking that stuff down and finding little things to break down. But on the flip side, being as deep into the sport as I am and knowing about Weege, how Weege can't even tighten the chain on his own kid's bike, and then he's telling me how valving works in the fork, it's just hilarious to me. But the common fan isn't going to know that about Weege and know that he can't even work on his own shit, and then he's telling us how to work on shit. But I thought that was good. Step in the right direction. Yeah. Weege does it all, doesn't he? He can do it all.
Well, I heard he wasn't really on the TV broadcast this weekend, and he kind of was just like, I want to go to the race. And they were like, okay, cool. And he's
what do you want to do?
And he was just like, I don't know, just fit me in somewhere. And this is apparently where they fit him in. And, like, it worked out.
Yeah.
I think it was fine.
He went digging and found some things to do.
He did. So. He did. So, yeah, so that was really good. So
liked it. Yeah,
and again, little things like this make a big difference, in my opinion, to the show.
Yeah, well, like Jorge Prado, like in the booth, he's like, "Well, I didn't even know that about the forks." I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. So, oh my God, though, can we? Okay, let me rant a little bit more.
You want to go? You want to go there?
Dude, I'm gonna rant.
You want to go there?
Get Drapo. I don't need to listen to Spanish. I don't speak Spanish.
It's just because they were trying to try.
To do what? To make me go, why am I listening to this in Spanish?
They were trying to tie Prado in, and maybe there were some Spanish viewers out there that didn't even know there was a Spanish broadcast.
I don't know.
I get it. I'd be devil's advocate a little bit. But
dude, if there's Spanish people
it was a hard listen for 30 seconds.
It was. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? If there's Spanish people out there that don't know that we're broadcasting in Espanol, then here's what we need to do. More online marketing for it. Specifically targeted with Facebook ads.
There it is.
I am 100% a moron, and I can do that. So I don't want to do that. Feld, don't call me for that.
I'm a moron, too.
But that can be done. So anyway. All right. Let's
go into the fun stuff. I got to take a Wiz Khalifa, though, real quick.
Good Lord.
Can you do it solo?
Yeah, I got it here. Ralph asked a couple questions. All right, so Ralph in our members chat here. Do you think the track was too peaked or technical? A lot of red flags in practice. So we talked to Kev earlier. He definitely said it was one of the more technical, peaky tracks that they've had all year. Also, it's because because Ross, who is one of the Dirtworks guys, was not there this weekend. Apparently got a weekend off. I don't know. Whatever. But he was not there, and he's usually the dozer guy. So they had a different dozer guy, and apparently the different dozer guy made things a little bit different than what it normally is. So, yeah, I don't know. It's I don't want to say it was too peaked. It was very 90s vibe or like too technical. It was just... It's Supercross. It's rough. It's tumble. People get hurt. This is what happens. So, is it a bummer? Yes, we talked about the Jerry thing earlier. Big bummer there with him. Hopefully he heals up. Very excited that Chiz is going to race the LCQ race for him and then donate the money to him because he's definitely going to need it on his road to recovery here. And then, yeah, that's just a bummer. So... Ralph was offered 2 tickets, but went to see my mom and grandmother. Well, you're a better man than me because I'd have totally been at the race. Ralph said he was offered 2 tickets, but he went to see his mom and grandmother.
I don't. Yeah, depends.
Yeah, it really depends what the plan was originally. All right, let's get into TLR tinfoil hat here in our silly season. Okay, let's talk Tomac here.
Let's start with Tomac, dude.
So the Tomac rumors are strong that he's not staying at Yamaha.
He's in a tough spot.
He's in a really tough spot because nobody else other than Suzuki has a cable clutch, and I don't think he's going to be teammates with Kenny.
And 2 of the 3 that he could go to, unproven. No developed bike at all.
Yeah, and do either of them have a cable clutch either?
Triumph, Ducati, and...
So Ducati's definitely not cable clutch.
No, Triumph is a hydro, I think, as well.
Is it? Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure maybe they could... Well, they can't because all the engine cases and stuff are set up for a hydraulic.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's... I think the biggest question is, what is his mindset? Does he think he can go out and win still, or does he just want to be there?
I mean...
Because if he wants
to win... He won this year.
If he wants to win still, and that's his mindset, he needs to... go to Star or whoever. If he wants to stay on a Yamaha and go, bonuses only. Big dick him. Carmichael, bonuses only. I'm going to win or whatever. Like,
I don't know.
Or...
It doesn't sound promising from everything I've heard.
Well, here's the other thing, too, is... Club MX? No. That'd be wild. So, Justin Cooper's re-signed, correct?
Yeah.
You said?
Yeah, that domino fell this week, which is crazy.
Did he... Well, he didn't podium in the last couple of weeks, did he? To where he got like a automatic renewal kind of thing?
I don't think so. Let's see here.
The Indy podium was not an automatic renewal, probably not. But did the Ducati I do not like because, dude, all new bike, unproven chassis. I do like the people that he would be working with. You know, Ziggy, the Factory Connection guys. Kind of a coming home to Troy Lee Designs when he his dad Troy Lee Designs mountain biking and all that kind of stuff. But dude, he's got to redevelop a bike. Like, you ain't got time.
I don't know, man.
You ain't got time. He's gonna want to do World Supercross.
Yep. Because I think he like that.
If I'm Star, I'm looking at trimming up the 250 budget and moving that money over, because the 450 team is funded by Yamaha direct.
Okay.
So Yamaha Japan is paying Webb, Justin Cooper, currently Tomac. Now the 250 squad comes out of Star's budget. So right now you've got, I mean, they got 800 different guys, right? You need Daxton Bennett, Clippy. Free up that money. Sorry, guys, even the amateur guys. Caden Manier, Caden Dudney. How many amateur guys they got? 3, 4?
I don't know, man.
Clippy.
But that's the recipe with Star.
Clippy. You got Eli fucking Tomac.
Star doesn't really.
Eli Tomac.
I know, but I understand,
brother,
and they're gonna hate me for saying this, but Star doesn't really develop talent. Star
goes and grabs
all of it. And then plants all the seeds, and then hopes that one of the seeds sprouts.
Okay, well, right now you've got an already sprouted seed.
Yeah, but he's only the one more year.
You got a big, thick fucking oak tree that's been standing for 100 years, with all sorts of knowledge.
Yeah,
and stories that go with it.
Yeah, but how many more years you got him for? That's the
2.
I think that's the downside to it.
Michael Moseman,
he's year by year, man.
Michael Moseman, Clippy. There's $80,000.
Yep.
Daxton Bennett, Clippy. There's another $80,000. We're at 120.
80 plus 80 is 120. Math is not your strong suit, is it?
160.
There you go.
You got 160.
Okay.
You got.
You think Tomac's worth Here's.
Let me get there. You got the 3 amateur guys. There's probably another 100, 110.
So now we're at 270.
Where are we at, math guy?
270.
Okay. Who else is in there?
I don't know. You tell me.
Is Nate Thrasher locked up for another year?
Probably. I didn't know Nate Thrasher was the only East Coast guy.
So Deegan's going up.
Yeah.
He's getting Yamaha money. So what's he getting paid right now? 300, 400?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, add that to your 270. What's that?
Yeah, but he's not going up till after next year because his 250 deal will still be, and I think that's part of the problem too, is they're trying to free up space for him.
I don't know, dude. I think you got to make it work. You got to make it work. You got to let him bring in a sponsor of some sort. You got to give him his own box van. You got to fucking do something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let Dodge come in, Ford. Not shoo them away like we did before.
Yeah, I don't.
It just depends. Again, it depends on his mindset. If it's I'm gonna go out and win still.
Yeah.
It's bonuses only. You know, find a $600,000-$700,000 salary.
The problem.
Insurance policy. Get an insurance policy.
The big problem I keep hearing they're running into with him is that because of Webb's deal, Webb came in on a fucking low deal, and now that's going up. And if he wins this title, it goes up even more.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem. Then you almost got to keep Justin Cooper around because he's just like which obviously they are because they signed him.
He's got to be low though.
Then you've got to clear out space for Deegan starting next summer. So you got that problem. And then the other big problem you're running into is that Tomac was good before he got hurt, which means he's no longer here just riding and like, hey, I'll show you.
Dude.
He's going to win, and he wants money for it.
I don't know, dude. If he comes out swinging outdoors too, it's going to be a real big pickle.
Oh yeah, and trust me, I think he is. He's the way he rode in Supercross. He is not here to play around.
Does he go? Can he do his own thing with support from somebody?
I don't know. This is super interesting.
How about this one? Let me throw this one at you.
Okay.
Eli, come home. Come back to the big green machine.
He can't. There's no room for him there. Chase is going there.
Who said Chase is going there? It's not confirmed.
If Chase was going to re-sign with KTM, we'd have heard about it already. It's late. KTM's been trying to sign him since the end of last year.
What do you think KTM's paying him? $1 million?
He's probably 2. Maybe 3. Oh, yeah.
There's no way. Not from KTM.
What's Kawasaki paying Prado?
800 probably.
No.
AC made 800.
He's more than 8.
AC 800, probably another 750 from Fox.
2-time MXGP champion is only getting 8 for a base? No way.
8 to $1 million.
Jason
Anderson's a fucking Supercross champion, and he's only getting 8.
He's probably 1-5. Yeah, but not defending. He's a Supercross champion 7 fucking years ago.
Villapoto went 4 in a row, and he was getting 2.1 from Cowie.
Prado's got to be getting over $1 million.
I don't think so.
I heard a rumor that they were going after Deegan for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tomac's contract was at 1.5 or 1.8 or something like that.
I will say I heard somebody interviewed Ian Harris. Maybe it was Lewis Phillips too.
Yeah,
and he was
kind of
about money. He danced hard too. And the way he danced it did not make me think, yeah, he's gonna stay.
We got him. Yeah.
No, it basically was
they got money.
We're delaying this.
It was basically they got a lot of money.
So yeah, I don't think he stays. I think he goes to Kawasaki. If he was going to stay, the deal would be signed already. We'd have heard about a contract extension.
I think the holdup is Chase saying, "Hey, like I need to be able to do this, this, and this," and Kawasaki then has to go to Japan, and Japan has to understand that.
Maybe, but I do think the other thing is, and again, this is all hearsay. I have no insider information. The way that interview was portrayed with Ian Harris there, what makes me think is KTM has first right of refusal, and they're literally stringing it along.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what I think let's talk dirty politics with that. They're stringing it along because if he wins this title, he can demand more money from Kawasaki, which then maybe they're hoping Kawasaki walks and they can keep him.
That's a good thought. Yeah.
So,
that's an interesting thought for sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I would bet you. Yeah.
TLR tinfoil hat here,
Probably
baby.
You're probably onto something there.
TLR tinfoil hat here.
Onto something.
You like that? I literally just thought about
You just
that.
thought
sitting
about that
right
on the spot?
here. That was on the
Damn.
spot thinking there of like, huh. So if I'm a business guy and I
Uh-oh,
want to
what we
get
got
him,
over there?
I want to get him
Anyway.
for a sweetheart deal. I'm gonna string him along, hope he wins this title, so then he demands more money, and then Kawasaki says, "Nope, we're out," and then he has to stay with us for whatever we tell him because he has nowhere else to go.
Agreed.
Wow.
You might be on.
Politics are dirty in
You
Moto.
might be onto something.
Dirty in Moto.
Oh, this ain't new.
no,
This ain't new.
no.
Yeah.
So we don't know where Tomac goes.
So
So Tomac is nowhere.
Think
literally.
think if Kawasaki just big dick moves it and gets the number 3 and the 4 machine.
They're not getting 3.
If they do a 3-man team.
They're not getting 3. He's not going back there because he hasn't. It's almost like a rite of passage with these guys who are really good is they have to go to Kawasaki and see when they're really put in a box what it's like to then leave again and go back somewhere else where the box
They don't
is
want to go
wide
back
open.
in the box.
Yeah.
Jack in the box.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Triumph, I don't like. No development on the bike.
Yep.
KTM,
Triumph's not going to sign him anyway.
KTM,
Triumph doesn't
I
want a big
don't.
name dude
I
yet.
don't like Tomac in a steel frame.
KTM is the option.
I think Tomac rides that KTM frame and just fucking crumples it like a fucking soda can.
KTM's the option. If he doesn't stay at Star for no money, KTM's the option.
He can't ride that bike.
Then I don't know what he does, man.
Can't ride that bike.
John's not driving the van.
He's got to do 2-2 motorsport style.
Nope, not happening.
Him and Deegan shack up and make a team.
I was just about to say.
You think him and
What are we
Deegan
gonna
put a team
Deegan
together?
38 team with Tomac on it?
Deegan 3-8.
338.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go. The marketing practically writes itself.
There it is.
I don't know, man.
This is one of the more interesting ones, this whole Tomac debacle now.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Because Yamaha's literally like, yeah, fuck you.
And again, I think the whole thing
He strung Yamaha along quite a while.
and I think the whole thing lines up to they have to make room for Deegan.
100%.
That's what it is.
They ain't letting him go.
Nope. They have to make room for Deegan for next year, and so there they are.
Crazy.
What a weird thing. What a weird thing.
Imagine him on a Suzuki.
That would be...
But I don't think that bike's going to be fast enough. He wants a fast motherfucking bike.
Dude. Which, again, add that to another note of why he's not going back to Kawasaki.
I mean, you can't go anywhere and get a bike as fast as that Yamaha.
No. But...
So, going to be very, very, very interesting.
And the silly season rolls on. And we can talk a little 250 deal here. So, courtesy of Michael, why am I blanking here?
Lindsay?
Yeah, Michael Lindsay there at Vital. Shimoda is going to be out at Honda.
Oh, he hasn't performed what they wanted.
That's not why he said he's going to be out.
Why is he out?
I have heard, I think he said on the video, maybe I heard this somewhere else, I'm pretty sure it was in the video, that there is friction between management and him because he is still a Lucas Myrtle rider. So for Justin to sit here and tell me that the Lawrences don't have any pull at Honda, he can go fuck himself right hard on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because
he's sticking to his guns with his guy.
he is staying with Myrtle, and it is causing friction from what I heard.
Wonder why. Interesting.
So now he's linked to possibly Husky, and there's a light rumor about Pro Circuit.
I would like to see him back at Pro Circuit.
I don't think he goes back to Pro Circuit. I think that bike scares him. Because the bike broke twice on him, which is why he had such a hard time.
I mean, look at all the issues having with gas and all them, though.
I mean, I understand. And who knows what the deal is with Husky.
He might be kind of nasty on a Triumph, but they're all locked up, too. Styles Robertson can get clippy-clippied.
Yeah, he probably will, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know where he goes, but I've heard he's going to
Shimoda's
be
a high-end
off a
guy.
Honda here.
Then who goes to Honda?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah. Do they take a flyer on a McAdoo or a?
No way.
No.
No,
So hang on, let's
'cause
break
I
down
don't-
who are Myrtle athletes. Ty Masterpool, he's out.
Yep.
Shimoda's out.
Yep.
Who else does he represent? Hammaker,
I don't think so.
or did?
I don't think so.
Oh,
And Haymaker's locked up for another year or
Haymaker's
two anyway.
locked up. Yeah, that Honda ride's going to be pretty sought after. Who gets it?
That's a good question. I didn't think about that. Huh. Nate Thrasher?
Clippy, get the
Clippy,
fuck off the
Clippy.
Yamaha so Tomac can ride it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I got to sit here and look through the names. Hang on. I got to grab my phone and go through the vault real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's look at the wall. Who we got?
Since our live is done anyway.
Kevin Moranz?
Let's see here. Colin Park?
Colin Park might be a good one.
Who
Who all got hurt early?
Let's see here, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a good question of who goes and fills that spot. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, well, but he's got a deal. Drew Adams.
Ooh, Drew Adams would be one.
But according to Vital, he has a deal through like 26, 27, a pro deal.
The other guy that can't go, Ryder D. That's a Myrtle guy, right?
I don't know.
I don't think Ryder D can go.
I'm not sure. They don't take Marchbanks, do they? Because Marchbanks is out at PC.
I don't take Marchbanks.
Because Marchbanks went in and rode basically for hope and a prayer here that he was going to do okay on a 1-year deal. And I don't think that's...
Go to a 450, brother.
I don't think that's
go
pacing
to
out.
go to a quad lock Honda.
Go back to club and ride 450.
God, I have no idea.
I don't know who
I'm gonna throw this to Twitter.
Put it up.
Or X.
Put it up on the X. Let's see what happens.
Who gets Shimoda's?
I do have to say it shocked me to hear that Shimoda was going to be out because of management issues because he was still a Myrtle guy. That blew my wig back.
How about Vince Freezy?
No.
Blew my wig back, he says.
Blew my wig back, dude.
Blew my wig back.
Yeah, so Drew Adams on a 2-year deal. You think we see Drew outdoors? He's riding.
Yeah, I mean, I see him I don't see him being a spectacular. There's a lot of hype around him, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, he is riding, though. I saw him in a video at Paula the other day, last week. Something like that, I think. So.
You got me stumped on this whole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shimoda thing, dude. I got to keep looking.
Yeah, and Marchbanks. So what does Marchbanks do? Because Marchbanks is off. Or, well, let's put it this way. He's on a 1-year deal at PC, but there's no way he gets re-signed, right?
Who?
Marchbanks.
There's no way. I don't think so.
Okay. So Marchbanks doesn't get...
Juju's locked up?
I don't know. The 250s I really didn't focus on until I watched this video the other night, and I was like, oh, okay.
How about Tom Vial?
No, because there's nowhere to go 450-wise. So what is he going to do, bounce over there for 1 year? Because if he doesn't win this title, he's got 1 more year in 250s. Because that'll be year number 4 for him.
I mean, here's guys that Pierce Brown's locked up, right?
Ooh, I don't know what his deal is either.
I think he was on a 2.
He had to be a 2.
Dude, like, Star's got too many guys. They're shooting themselves in the foot. These guys need to go clippy, and he should have got... They could have Eli Tomac.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Evan Ferry?
Not a chance.
Okay. Nick Romano?
Nope.
I mean, Jalik Swoll just re-upped.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. Max Anstey, get out of his deal?
Nah.
And there's nobody really super good in the pipe that's a Shimoda caliber guy and a guy that I would think is Honda worthy.
And I mean,
and I could see Honda just saying fuck it and running one guy.
And here's the tricky part with that too is now they got to get along with the Lawrences.
Yeah,
you cannot have friction with them because they run that team right now.
Basically, sounded like those boys are never separating either.
No, did you listen to the interview?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you never know. Or the PR stunt, should I say?
I don't know. It depends on who pisses Dad off more, I guess.
Yep. So, yeah. All right. Anything else with silly season there you can think of right now for our TLR tinfoil hat silly season?
Roxon, I think, needs to stay put.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as he was looking at the beginning of the year, like this is Kenny of old before he got tore
That's
up.
what happens when you ride the same bike for 4 years in a row. It's
Whatever,
crazy.
dude.
It's
You're gonna
crazy
get that
what
thing
you can
dialed.
develop
You
with
can get
that
that thing dialed.
Yep.
Yeah, him going to Ducati would not be a smart move in my opinion.
Nope.
Ducati is going to be a Red Bull team.
Really?
That is confirmed.
Where'd you hear that?
Michael Lindsay video today, and then I also saw it kind of going around X a little bit. Red Bull confirmed team.
Interesting. Well, I had heard last year, that Red Bull was really pissed at their lack of involvement in this sport.
Yeah.
So, doesn't really surprise me. They're stroking a check there.
Yeah, stroking a check with a brand name everybody knows and resonates with. So,
yeah, that's a pretty good power duo there, dude. You got
Ducati
Ducati
and
Red Bull.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
feel like
I'm
those
just very. I mean, I think Tomac could shred the shit out of that bike with the Desmo deal.
Yeah.
But just like chassis development really, really worries me.
Yeah.
For him.
Yep.
And the being allowed to do World Supercross is another thing. Are those guys going to be allowed?
It's a great question. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. You would think Ducati would want to be everywhere.
Right. Chips are going to keep falling. I'm excited. And we haven't even got to outdoors yet, dude. Are you over Supercross?
No, because the East Coast is still pretty good, and the 450s is getting better every week. The Chase wins.
I was kind of thinking about it. It's like, I'm ready for outdoors already.
I'm not quite there, man. I'm not quite there. Ralph, Tomac to club, get more backing for club.
I did have that through my mind, but I don't know how much more Yamaha could throw at club.
Yeah.
Imagine Yamaha ponying up and throwing some money at club for a 2-rider team Tomac Anderson.
Dude, that would be wild.
Be kind of gnarly, huh?
21 and the 3. Crazy.
Yeah. Retirement home over there. They can do World Supercross, both of them.
Yep.
So, whole nother rabbit hole I guess we can go down that I just thought of.
Okay.
If they're World Supercross able,
yeah,
are they able to pull budget from Yamaha Europe or Yamaha other pieces?
Where does the World Supercross budget come from?
For team?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean?
That's a great question.
It's just like, it's no different than like Hardy Munoz, right? Running a monster claw because it's the Brazilian monster.
Yeah.
So, does that get involved?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle.
I'm here for it.
You know somebody who would know? Daniel Blair.
Yeah.
We'll have to make sure to ask him when we have him on here. He would know where that funding comes from.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So,
I'll just be like, DB, let me throw a theoretical at you. I'm really nervous here. And then I'd hit him with the question.
What's the theoretical? I was just going to ask where the funding comes from for the World Supercross.
I was just going to say. Say you get Tomac and you guys are doing World Supercross. Can they pull Yamaha budget from Yamaha Europe or something like that? So
I don't know, man. Lots of pieces still to fall in place here.
I mean, they got to have a hell of a parts budget for Eli. Clutches, frames.
Oh, yeah.
Ducati doesn't have that.
No.
They don't have the infrastructure.
So much interesting stuff going on.
Do not have the infrastructure.
Nope.
Whatever.
All right. Anything else for halftime here?
Did we touch on everything? Yeah.
Everything
I
had on the thing there. Yeah, we're good.
Dragged it along.
So, all right, that's been your Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Brought to you by Complete Racing Solutions. So thank them, Coach Rob, for the support. Now we're going to move on to our Pro Flo Racing 250 race recap here. Pro Flo Racing for all of your small bore bike needs.
Minute.
You know anything about small bores?
I've got a small bore.
That's exactly where I was going with that. All right, let's jump into this here. All right, Seth Hamaker gets the win.
I could use a good port and polish.
Jesus Christ. So Seth gets the win, man, and dude, it's hard to see this Seth giving this up. Like,
dude, the maker of ham is out there just slicing and dicing up at the deli.
The thing is that
I got a new nickname. Sorry,
okay.
I'm ADD here.
Okay, go ahead.
Ham maker, the maker of ham.
Yeah.
His new nickname. We now refer to him as Deli.
No, I don't like
You
it.
like it?
Nope.
The
Not at
deli?
all. Nope. Didn't land.
All right. Damn it! I thought I was onto something.
Good try. Didn't land. All right. Anyway, yeah. So, look, it's not over till it's over, and because I've seen Seth do a lot of dumb shit also, but
He's polished this year. He's
it looks
tight.
so much better.
Tight.
And like he said in an interview, he knew he had to get Thrasher early, otherwise Thrasher would run away like he did in the heat, and he got him early.
Yeah.
And then
Executed.
took off. Yeah.
Executed. And then Thrashered.
Well, we'll get to that. But so what's the percentage he wins this? 3-point lead
It's
now.
definitely between him and I think you can kind of take Vial out of it.
Vial's out of it.
Unfortunately. His starts are so dialed, and RJ isn't consistent on the starts, and we got, what, 3 more?
Yep. 2 more. No, we're 2. We have this weekend and then the finals.
Yeah, and Haymaker has a showdown win,
Yep.
and RJ has struggled in the showdown, a little more
Yep.
buried in the pack.
Yep.
I gotta go Haymaker, I think. I think I do. For a guy that wasn't supposed to win or just wanted to finish the season,
Yeah.
damn.
He's probably like, I'm probably like 70-30 him to RJ.
Yeah, I want to see this form come outdoors too.
Be
It's
interesting
gonna
to
be
see.
really good, but wait, would you say 70-30?
70-30. That's where I'm at.
I'll go 60-40.
Okay.
Pretty close to even. 60-40 RJ.
Yeah.
I go 60-40 RJ just from experience.
Oh, you're going 60-40 RJ. I'm going 70-30 Seth.
I'm going 60-40 RJ just because RJ will die for it.
Yes.
He was clutch against Levi last year.
Yeah.
And he's gotten it done. A little older, a little more mature. Expects to be in this position.
Wrist injury, will die for it. All things. Again, RJ is one that until that checker flag flies and he has that plate in his hand, never is okay to me.
When's the showdown? We got one more round before the showdown?
Yeah, so we got Pittsburgh this weekend, which is east. Then we go to Denver, which is west. And then we go to Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay.
So we got
Yeah,
one more
man.
with East Coast guys. Then we got a Deegan race. And then we're back.
A Deegan race.
I'm just kidding. We got a Cole Davies race. And then
Oh,
we're,
yeah, there we
then
go.
we're back.
There we go.
So
Yeah, that's all I got to say. Except for Lit Kit, the orange gray on the Cowie.
yeah,
That was sexual.
RC vibes.
Sexual.
All right. What's Jesus Christ? RJ second.
I mean,
We
he
kinda
just rode a
touched on it.
very
Not RJ.
not
race.
RJ race.
Yeah.
Like very, very mature race.
Yeah.
Like just did what he had to do and didn't die.
Yep. Basically.
So
3 points down now. Seth has weathered the storm. Now sole red plate. 2 rounds of sharing the red plate. Now sole red plate. Yeah. I mean, RJ's
he's got to be bummed a little bit that Thrasher. RJ's got to be stoked Thrasher went down.
Yes.
Because I don't think RJ could run with him last night.
No.
And that would have been a little more of a buffer.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean I think Thrasher Vial is the only guy that can maybe play spoiler, and Vial's not going to play spoiler because they both got steel frames. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So and Vial third. This is just Vial.
He had to show up and win last night.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Nope.
And
now
just kinda there,
it's
man.
gonna fade away here for these last 2 rounds. I
get
think.
ready for outdoors.
Get ready for outdoors. Cullen Park fourth. What
Worked
a
his way
ride,
up too.
huh?
He was a little big back.
Yeah. That's
a
a
dry
great,
fourth.
That's a great ride for him. Yeah, dry track, not rain induced.
Yeah.
4th place. Can we get this guy a factory bike?
Maybe he's our Honda guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he's our factory Honda guy.
Been
Can you
riding
imagine?
Honda.
That'd be pretty cool. Pretty
I
cool
mean,
story.
Put him on it. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. Put Colin Park on Joe Shimoda's bike.
Uh,
You heard it here first.
Nate Thrasher 5th place.
What? That guy is just like
On brand all the time.
I don't fucking get it.
He's on brand all the
I
time.
don't get it.
He's really on brand.
If Steve Mathis has an I don't know man this week,
Better be Nate Thrasher.
it's Nate Thrasher.
I don't know, man.
He could have an I don't know man butt patch.
It's
crazy.
It's really a thing, dude. It's
crazy.
really a thing. You just never know with him. Like, wins that heat, going away, then gets in the main, just
Looking pretty
eats
good.
it. Yeah, just eats it.
Weird little crash.
Welcome to the Nate Thrasher experience. Is all I got to say.
It's an
man.
experience, I can tell you that.
Max Volan 6th. Okay.
Just handbraking it.
I gotta really get. Now that I got an inside in that team, I really got to go in and talk about this handbrake situation.
So here's what we can do. I'll take work off. We'll pony up, and we'll fucking drive down there and ride that bike.
Oh, you think I have this kind of time on me? I do not.
We can make some time for you.
I don't know about that.
We can make you some time.
Is Kawasaki footing that bill?
I want you to eat crow on the handbrake.
Is Kawasaki footing the bill?
Nope.
For the day off work and stuff?
Crow on the handbrake.
What do you mean eat crow?
It's a lot harder than you think.
No, not at all.
Oh, my God.
Not at all. We were riding the Groms yesterday, and I was wheeling the Grom, and I was like, man, I really wish I had a handbrake. I wheelie this thing so much farther. No. I suck so bad with foot
but
brakes.
you're not going through a set of fucking whoops and jumping an 80-foot triple into a corner.
I'll wheelie through a set of whoops with the handbrake on.
Here we fucking go.
Brum, 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 brum. It's easy. Simple. It's even easier because you don't have
Whatever.
you don't have to have the coordination in your foot.
I want to ride the bike.
Austin Faulkner sighting yesterday. 7th place.
I was glad to see he was alive. Almost not alive. Alive again.
Dude.
And then almost not alive.
Just doesn't disappoint, but
I'm glad to see it's still there a little bit.
Airbag. Yeah. I mean, as fast as he was in first, because first qualifying, he qualified first, right?
Second, I think.
Second, okay,
one
yeah.
of them he was on top of the board for a little
Yeah,
bit.
he was. It was first session. And then second session, he was 4th. And then, yeah, I mean, just looked good.
I got a theory on why.
I heard something new today.
What'd you hear?
I heard he's got nerve damage, or he's suffering, or he's working through some sort of nerve damage situation in his arm, like AC.
From the shoulders and wrists and stuff, yeah.
Yep. Why? What's your new working theory?
Well, my theory was he had the whole family there. He had the kid and everybody at the race this weekend for the first time.
Okay.
That was kind of my theory.
That could be.
And my other thing I'm looking at, the back end of that bike, he does not look confident with the back end of the bike. Like his crash, he went to soak up into that jump.
Yeah.
And the back end kind of trailed back to the left and then threw him off.
He overjumped a little bit, and then he didn't soak it right. It was a weird thing.
The way he kind of soaked into it, like the ass end kicked opposite instead of kind of going. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah,
for sure.
So.
And just the back end of the bike through the whoops. He had a whoa moment in the whoops again.
Yep, saw that too.
So that's 2 or 3 this year in the whoops.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think chassis setup needs a little work, but kid at the race, whole family.
Yep.
It
was way better.
Was in 5th for a long, long time.
Yeah, it was way better weekend for him.
And I think he was just like, fitness ain't there yet either. There's no way his fitness is anywhere near where it needs to be.
I don't know.
You have fucking brain surgery. I say this all the time. Fucking brain surgery.
Yeah.
How many months ago? Not even 6 months?
Yeah. It's been longer than that. Wasn't it like September or something last year? I feel like it was in the fall last year.
I don't know. 7 months? 8 months?
It hasn't been a year. Let's put
You're
it that
fucking
way.
medicated to the fucking moon?
Yeah.
For the next 3?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, I was happy to see at least the sighting.
I was happy to see it too.
I
was happy to see it too.
Henry Miller 8th. Okay, Devin Simonson.
Good remount for Henry Miller after taking that pole to the face.
Dude, he did too. Yeah. Man, that was gnarly.
8th place after a pole.
That dude tried to tackle it. I think that's why I had my notes. He tried to tackle the pole.
There it is.
Didn't work. Devin Simonson looked good all day.
I'm stoked for that kid because he put in the work, got a shot, put her in the top 10.
9th
First
place.
race back.
Luke Neese, 10th. Trevor Collup, 11th. Yep. Isaiah Clark, 12th.
Isaiah Clark's had a rough couple rounds. Glad to see him in the main.
Jack Chambers, great start in the heat, and then things happened very quickly for him.
Is that who RJ ass-packed?
Yeah, I think so.
That was sketchy.
Yep. Bryce Shelley, 14th. Rod Bell on that borrowed Honda still.
Hey, 15th. Rod Bell, straight in the main.
Straight in the main, too. Lance Kobush, 16th. Lane Shaw, 17th. Jack Rogers, 18th. Chandler Baker, 19th. Mark Finnis, 20th. Ironic that he gets off that club bike, though, and is just a main event guy now.
Not a very good main event guy, but in the main event.
He's in the main event, at least, because he wasn't for a long time there.
A couple more guys got hurt. And
Michael Hicks, 21st. And
Michael Hicks ain't making his $1,800 post look too good here.
And
Did you hear what Phil and all them said about
oh
it?
yeah, Phil was pissed.
Do you agree?
Uh,
I think I kind of do. After hearing before I was on Hicks' side, and now I'm like, that kid is fucking talented, and he's just out there riding on talent. Put in the fucking work.
what is the 22nd highest paid? Or what is the
I guess you're on 22nd highest paid
22nd best?
NASCAR Infinity driver.
Well, you go there. You go to Stick and Ball Sports if you want to.
Yeah,
the
that's not a
22nd
level-
highest paid
that's
dude in
not
the
a-
NFL. What's
yeah,
he making?
that's not a level
Is he
playing-
making $1,800
That's not
a
a level
weekend?
playing field at all. But
I mean, I'm just saying. Even if you go to NASCAR, the Jimmy Johnson thing I listened to said that the last place dude's making $1 million bucks. And Chance Hymas 22nd. That was a gnarly get off for Chance. Hopefully he's okay. Have you heard anything?
yeah, he went to dinner with Steve on Thursday.
Well, yeah, I heard that too. But have you heard anything since the crash?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a Pulp MX curse there.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I
really hope so also. So
hang on, I'm looking at payouts for NASCAR Infinity, and then we'll get over to the X segment. The purse for Xfinity is 1.6 a round, it looks like.
okay, so what's 22nd?
NASCAR does not release the specific earnings for each driver.
Place? Okay.
So
Jimmy Johnson said that if you're in NASCAR's big series, whatever the fuck that is now, you're making $1 million.
in the what series?
What's the biggest NASCAR series?
Cup.
Yeah, if you're in the Cup series, you're making $1 million.
Let me ask.
I just
Let
listened.
me ask Rayboy T. He's tight with a host of our.
I just listened to a Jimmy Johnson podcast where he talked about this. So, yeah. So anyway, all right. That's been your 250 race recap,
Yeah,
brought to you
my
by
Rayboy T. He's my
Pro
NASCAR
Flow
whisperer.
Racing. There, make sure to check them out. Thanks to Pro Flow Racing
into
for supporting the show. And now we'll jump into our final segment here, the Rev X segment. Hit it.
Hit it. Last week's questions were awesome. Thank you to the viewer, by the way, who put together that.
Oh yeah, which we will get to. Riles
We want-
underscore 100.
we wanna do
there.
that with
we're,
Stubb, though.
We're gonna do that with Justin when he's here. But Riles underscore 100 did put together a full spreadsheet with a breakdown of wins and podiums and everything else from every perfect season and ranked it. So we will get that printed off. I will probably try to put it on the screen, to be honest with you, when we talk about it. And we are going to have a huge argument with Justin about why Stu's season was not the best.
All right, drop your questions here. Oh, we got a response back.
From who?
Rayboy T.
Oh, NASCAR salaries. Yes, we're back.
Versus Moto. Okay. Sorry. Back to Rev X segment. Zachary Ruth. What transition of bike do you think was harder for riders to adapt to? Oh, I had a sneeze coming. Carburetor 2-stroke to carburetor 4-stroke, or carbureted 4-stroke to modern fuel injection, map changing, air force, basically all the technology. I'd go carb 2-stroke to the carb 4.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree 100%.
Yeah, because the carb 2 they had dialed. The carb 4 you didn't know if you were going to die off the lip of a jump or not.
Yeah, the carb 4 was notorious for hitting that burp in the carb right on the on-off and making you almost
like the modern
eat it.
stuff. Like back then, like power, you need power.
Yeah.
The newer stuff, you want to say fuel injection, map changing, and air forks and all that, you can ride through the chassis stuff if you have the power.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yep.
So, ooh, this one's kind of fun.
Okay.
Tyler Evans, R.I.P., Weston Pike, Vince Freeze, and Mike LaRocco enter an octagon. Who's walking out?
Ooh.
Vince Freeze is probably getting his ass beat.
I don't know. I heard he's really high-level something.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody was telling me that.
Fuck. Weston Pike is a lot of bark, I feel like.
I don't know. I heard he trains too. I'm going with Weston's coming out. LaRocco's old.
LaRocco's too old.
LaRocco's too old.
LaRocco came off as a hard ass, and I don't think was actually a hard ass.
Maybe. I don't know.
I gotta go. I guess I'm going Weston and Vince final round.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Evans was more of like an air puncher kind of guy.
Yeah.
All for show.
Yeah, I don't know about him. I think he was just built like a brick shit house.
Yeah.
And then LaRocco, I have no idea on. He he could have trained something, but I think he just came off as a hard ass, like you said. I never heard anything about him training any sort of whatever. And then like I said, Weston trains. I don't know if it was boxing or something else, but he definitely trains something. And Vince, like I said, I heard he's a high level, some sort of martial artist.
On brand. He looks like a martial artist kind of guy. Yeah.
Because that was what somebody was talking about.
No wonder he fucks with everybody.
Somebody was talking about him fighting, or them fighting, somebody fighting him in the pits. And they were like, that is a terrible idea because he is a high level, whatever they said.
So he can back his shit up.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's not
like an
scared.
ass.
Yeah, he's not scared at all. So.
Okay. Last one from Riles. Only got 3 because we were late.
That's a Monday show, whatever.
Who would win in a Money in the Bank ladder match? I don't know what that means.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, WrestleMania was last night. I don't know if you know this.
Uh-huh.
I know this because my brother and my dad are into it. So.
Okay.
So a Money in the Bank ladder match is like they put a ladder in the center of the ring.
And you got to climb up and get the money?
And then you got to climb up and get the money.
Okay, so who would win in a Money in the Bank ladder match between Sexton, Freeze, and Barsha? I think after this conversation we just had, I got to go Freeze.
I'm going Freeze 100% too.
Sneaky little bastard.
Like, Barsha cannot fight at all.
It was clean, dude.
It's clean, bro. And, like, Chase is built like a brick shit house, but as far as I know, he doesn't train any sort of mixed martial arts or anything. So
yeah, I got to go Freeze on that one.
I'm going Freeze, dude.
Sneaky bastard.
Choke people out, dog.
Take them out on the knees.
Some good questions, though.
Good questions. Then I put who gets Shimoda spot at Honda, a little extra hours here.
Yeah, after dark.
Yeah, this guy's. I was thinking Colin Park, but if the Lawrences have a say in it, which it seems they do, they probably one of the younger guys that ride at the pound. Who else rides at the pound?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Does Colin Park ride at the pound?
No, he's a sandbox dude. Because he's tight with Chase and them.
Mumford or Colin? I don't see Mumford with all the issues. And
no way Mumford gets that ride. Zero chance. Mumford, and I don't know for sure, but I've heard Mumford's a pain in the butt for teams.
That's what I've heard.
Which is why I lost the PC deal. And then I heard through some other people that he was not great at Michael Lindsay's team. And, yeah.
Just kind of like a prima donna?
A little bit, yeah. I don't know. Like, the pro circuit thing is the one I've heard the most about. And what I heard there was basically, like, none of the mechanics wanted to work with him. Because he was, just a complainer about everything. So, I don't know.
Now in Cup cars, he's making a lot. First 2.5 years in a truck.
Yeah.
Self-funded.
Okay.
So, truck series.
But we're not talking truck series.
Well,
truck series
is like a feeder, though.
Truck series is like Arena Cross.
Is that like Futures? Or
it's
what?
like Arena Cross, yeah, or Futures, whatever.
The Cup contract sounds juicy. I don't want to give away completely everything. I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about, but I asked to see what's in the juice. How much we squeezing here.
For who?
The kid out of Portage.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Spill the tea.
He says juicy. I don't know. I don't know the word. I don't know.
Oh, he didn't give you actual numbers.
No, he said juicy. And then I said, what's juicy?
That's gay.
Besides Juicy J.
That's gay. Anyway, okay, cool. Well, whatever.
Whatever, dude.
The 22nd place guy in NASCAR.
You know what you need to do? Take a fucking hike, buddy.
Is still making more than 22nd place guy in Moto. So.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But
so, anyway. All right. This has been episode 303. 303.
Do you know any 303 songs?
Thanks for coming in. Nope.
You don't know any 303 songs?
I don't even know who the band is.
Shush Girl, Shut Your Lips.
Nope.
Do the Helen Keller and Talk With Your Hips.
You can keep saying stuff that makes no sense to me. It's fine.
This is your era of partying, dude.
You keep saying stuff that makes no sense to me. It's fine.
Cobra Starship.
No idea.
I'm into emo weird bands right now.
I guess so. So, anyway, thanks to Rev X Products for keeping the lights on here. Thanks to all you guys for tuning in. Thanks to our members here for watching us on the live, especially you, Ralph, for tuning in here and making some comments. Thanks to Gutterworks. Thanks to Complete Racing Solutions. Thank you to Holster Co., TLR Coatings, Flo Racing, and Alias MX. Thanks to NANO XTREME. There's going to be links in the description down below for all that stuff. We will be back next week. Full gamut of races again, and thank God we are back to night races, because these day races just, oh God, they're just.
Did you forget to watch them or what?
No, it was just, dude, it was just one of those things of like, I got up and ran some errands with the wife, and then had to go to Sam's Club after that because I was like, oh crap, I got to go grab some wrap for the shop. By the time I got to the shop to work, it's 2:15.
Mains are gone.
It's 2:15. Race starts at 3. Cool, I got 45 minutes. Well, then you know what it's like watching a race. Yes, there's downtime, but the downtime is like between heats and LCQs, you got 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I was perfect, sitting here watching it and like, okay, cool, I'm going to jump up, run, know exactly what I'm doing, boom. I got 20 minutes of hands-on time before I got to be back here to watch LCQs.
Yeah, it really throws a wrench in the
Then
works.
you got 20 minutes. So by the time all that was done, in between, I wasn't even really working. My buddy stopped over, and we were getting the Groms out to get those ready for the year because like that had to be done too. And so by the time the race was over and then I got the Groms put back away, now it's 7 o'clock or something. And it's like, oh, cool. Now I've been at the shop since 2:15. I haven't done anything, basically. Awesome. And it's now 7:15. So then, of course, you work till like 9 or 10, which is dumb. And then you're home, and then it's Easter, and then you come back and work because Easter stuff's over by 5, so you come back and work a little bit more last night. I mean, dude, it's in the middle of the day, so everything is fucked. So
I can agree.
like,
At least maybe now when we're able to go out and actually do shit, the weather's a little nicer. Like earlier in the season,
yeah, it would have
I
been
don't give a
okay,
shit,
probably,
but-
or a little bit better, but well, and it would have been better too if I wasn't working. Like that's a thing too.
Yeah, I mean,
but
knives are just flying off the shelves. So
stuff's happening, man. Stuff's happening. So anyway, thanks for coming in to do the show, bud.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
Somebody's got to do it.
I know Stubbs
Somebody's gotta
Stubbs
do it.
ain't doing it.
Stubbs.
Stubbs.
Hey, let us know if you guys miss Stubb. Do you guys miss Stubb?
Oh boy,
Or are we better without
we
him?
just opened up a bag of worms for comments. So anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for tuning into the Moto Aftermath Show. If you guys like the show, make sure to give us a thumbs up there with that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a show update, a live show, or anything that we're doing here, because when we find out news, we will be on here bringing you our thoughts with it. Also, if you guys want to help support the show, join our members area. You'll get member exclusives, including live shows. You get to watch the show being recorded live, and you'll get all sorts of other member benefits. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Join the members area, subscribe. We'll see you all on the next one.